wait. We didn't do this for the Aztecs? Is that just Padres? I'm sorry.
Well, we can if you want to. I thought about it.
I thought I'd give them one for the start of the season.
I mean, they have
surprise everybody.
They have a flagship station.
I know.
I liked it too.
I'm basketball Ben, so
I'm basketball Woods. During Aztec season, I really enjoyed that last night, very, very much. But we will talk about that. It scared me to death. I had no earthly idea
He
that
didn't
was
really
coming.
Back off the mic either.
Yeah, he's like, ah!
That
It was a high-pitched squeal. More than, yeah. Wah! Ooh. Now there's an idea. Every time the Aztecs win, you hit us with your disturbed wah! Like that. Very
that.
much.
That's not bad.
Beatrice
Mix
says,
it up.
Beatrice says, I thought you were frightened, Ben. It did. It sounded like he was scared.
I'm always a little frightened.
Paulie, quickly. Do you have what we got yesterday? Did you remember to grab that? Just the quick 5-second.
Oh, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
I forgot to ask
what
you.
on earth are you talking about?
I forgot to ask you before the
believe
show.
I have that.
And Paulie has it, so you guys will hear it. It's kind of a throwback to, well, I don't know, 100 segments on the show, but one in particular yesterday. I'm Woodsy. Good morning. It's Ben and Woods, 97.3 Fan. That was a weird start. It really jarred me and threw me for a loop, but we will persevere. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Paulie had a great night last night. Went to the Aztecs game. Going to hear all about that. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, also went to the Aztecs game.
Sort of. I was there from about 4 o'clock until game time.
Yep.
But then I left and went home and watched it on television.
Smart move, I think, on your part. It was a long day for you.
Yeah, we did live shots, did a couple of stories, did it really, I thought, a good story about Miles Bird and his type 1 diabetes.
I did not know he had type 1
how
diabetes.
he manages it during the games with his Dexcom app, same as the one that my son wears, continuous glucose monitor. He has his phone. If you watch Miles Bird closely, you'll see him pull out his phone
in a game
on the bench, in the huddle, on the sideline.
No
one else does. He's not scrolling through social media.
Hey, get off Instagram. Focus.
What are they saying about me?
He's not doom scrolling during timeouts. He's monitoring his blood sugar in case he needs either some insulin or like a fruit snack or some Gatorade to up his level or down his level so he can stay at the proper place during games and perform at a high level.
Yeah. If you're Miles Bird, is there any temptation to just look real quick to see, since you're there and you're allowed to do it, is there any slight temptation to go, yeah, I'm just checking. Okay. And he's like, oh, yeah, nice play by Bird there.
Did
Bird
you see this
looks like
highlight
a
of me
G.
right here?
Right.
Is there,
and I'm just asking. He is a kid after all. If we ever get a chance to interview him, that's my first question. Any temptation to ever hit old Instagram in the middle of it just to see what the DMs look like? Anything.
Check out Tinder, see what it's looking like.
I mean,
after the game, yeah.
You scored 12 in the first quarter. You're like, I have to check my glucose. Just as a matter of fact, I'm just asking the question: Is there any chance that he's just tempted for a second to just check anything, while he's on
a
there?
young 20-year-old?
Aren't we all tempted?
I don't know. That doesn't sound.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But yeah, great win by the Aztecs last night. Watched most of the game. Fell asleep with about 3 minutes left, but they had the game well in hand.
Tons of tier ones came up, said hello, love the show. Thank you, everybody, including I want to talk straight thank to Jay, a retired psychotherapist who came up to me and said, your co-host has issues.
Did he really?
He did. I said, he knows. He knows. And he
makes me feel worse.
He addresses
about
them
myself.
in therapy. I said, he's a big champion of mental health. And he said, yeah, he is. And that is very much appreciated in the mental health, psychiatry, psychotherapy community.
Sounds like it.
But he says you might need a couple more therapists at some point,
like
based
the
on
whole
listening to you
team
on the show,
working on me all the time, which I'm fine with. I'd been feeling really good until about a week ago. Wow. All right, Jay. It's fine. Kick a man while he's down or struggling to get up. I had I was thinking the other day, I was driving into work and I went, man, like I was accessing my brain for like, do I have anything that would be mildly interesting today? I said, no, life's been so groundhoggy, right? Like pick the kids up, go to, the food stuff at dinner and is always funny and whatever. But I go, nothing's really happened to me recently that usually does. Weird curb your enthusiasm type moments. I did run into buying when I was buying your gift, the haggler.
Right.
The lady that haggled for 20 minutes and split
right in front of you.
Split this $400 three ways and put $60 on my room credit and then 40 on her room, but the rest on her debit. I did get stuck behind a haggler, which whatever. And then yesterday.
Oh, I got stuck behind coupon lady.
Did you? At the store?
At the grocery store.
One lady the other day at the store, my stuff was on the ramp, the conveyor, and I put the stick out. The lady working the thing took the stick. Yeah, the divider. She pulled the stick away. And she did it. I didn't do it. The lady working the register pulled the stick away. An old lady she goes, "That's not mine." And the lady's like, I know what I'm doing. And Bo's with me. He started laughing like she was about to just start charging her for all this.
The magic stick.
The magic stick. Bo is.
I don't even drink chocolate milk.
Bo's looking at me. He's like, I know. I was like, I heard, dude. Don't make it obvious. That's not mine. I was crying. I was like, man, every time. But
there is stick etiquette, though.
There is stick etiquette. I do one on each side. I put a stick here and a stick here. If there's somebody behind me, I do.
You do it. You do both.
Yeah,
I always feel like it's the person behind.
Their
job to put a stick. But you have to wait until make sure that the person in front of you has enough space. Gets everything.
Yeah, I don't take
on
any
the
chances.
Conveyor belt.
I don't take any chances.
And then I usually give them a little room. But then I'm always trying to shove everything right onto the edge where the conveyor belt doesn't really move. So then you have to kind of nudge it forward as soon as it gets going. So yeah, that's always a dilemma at the checkout counter.
But it happened to me yesterday where another thing that I feel like could only happen to me, but it's all of my doing. This is nobody's fault. This isn't some weird thing of the universe. I did this. Paulie, when you came to my house the other day and we went to Ben's party, I had a towel down in my car in the front seat. I had spilled some coffee in my car. It got down in the seams and it had built up a little crust. I tried to get it off with scrubbing bubbles and like a brush and right before you got there. So I was like scrubbing.
Coffee smells so good when it's fresh and so
like
bad
when it's in your car, right?
Like a couple of days later.
And so I had used scrubbing bubbles on the seat, and my seats are leather or pleather, whatever. And I was like, man, there's like some brown stuff. Paulie might be wearing like cream colored. I don't want him to get coffee doo-doo speckles all over him. So I put this towel down, and I didn't think twice about it. Wedged it kind of down in the seat.
Yep.
You sat on it. We went. Everything was fine.
I felt comfortable.
I had my broken water bottle laying on my seat the next day as I went on Sunday to go to Bo's game. Didn't think about it. Monday morning, I opened my car and I went, whoa. What? Did somebody put like fart spray in my car? My car smelled like a dead animal. And I go, what is this? What is this smell from? So I get out. I look under the seats to see if the kids left like a hero sandwich under the seats or something. And I'm looking, these kids drop a meatball in here. Like, what's happening? So I look under the front seat, nothing. Pull out, some
dead animal.
Dead animal, right? I'm looking under the other seat, nothing. I take my mats out that are rubber, scrubbing bubbles, spray them down. I'm like, what is that smell? I reach over to the towel, my towel's soaking wet. I go, oh, dude, my water bottle leaked. That's what it is. It's a wet towel. This is like Monday.
Mildewy.
Yeah. So I take it out, hit more scrubbing bubbles just to get the smell out. Get in the car yesterday. I go, it's dribbled. It's a triple. It's 3 times worse. And I got the towel out. No. So I feel down. I feel like it's kind of wet, like on the.
Like the towel's out of the car.
The towel's out of the car. It's been out of the car for 24 hours. So I go, this is repulsive. Picked up Bo from school yesterday. He's like, God. He's like, Dad. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I go to the trunk. There's nothing in the trunk. I'm like, and I'm tearing like stuff out. I go, what is this? Don't know. So I go into, when we moved into our house, the sweet couple, the guy passed away, but the lady left some stuff. And there's a whole big bucket of auto care stuff. So I go in there, find some upholstery cleaner. I find a brush, and I find this thing, and I go, oh, what's this? and it was like a fogger that you would use in your house if you had roaches.
Right.
But this is for getting bad smells out of cars. And I go, well, I'm doing it.
Okay.
I grabbed it. It's a fogger. So I read the instructions. It says, turn on your car, crank up the air conditioning, set the fogger away from you, shut the door, and walk away.
How long have you lived in the house? Like how long?
Been
has it
there like 4 years.
there?
Been there
Right, so
4 years.
It's over 4 years old. This fog.
Yeah, but I think the shelf life on these things is 100 years.
All
I
right.
don't think it's expired.
I'm
or
just
anything.
making sure.
Now, again, I don't know what this is going to smell like when I fog it. When I hit to start it, I don't know the smell. It didn't say cherry, vanilla, new carb, pina colada. I had no idea. So I go, all right, I'm going to take the chance here because this smells like death in here now. It smells like a rotten corpse. So I get the car cranked up. I turn the air conditioner on. As soon as I hit pop, I went, oh, no. Imagine going to Walgreens and buying Toby Keith's cologne. Like, imagine what Toby Keith's branded cologne smells like. Or like, yeah, Toby Keith is the best example I can think of. Like Toby Keith's Freedom Cologne. I hit it. I go, oh, yeah. I shut the door, though. My neighbor, Ron, comes out. And all you can see in my car is this fog. Oh, it just wouldn't stop. It was just like a geyser. And Ron goes, what are you doing? I go, I don't know. I'm trying to get the smell out of my car.
Oh,
I just think there is some sort of disintegration of the
God.
essential, like the oils or whatever are in there after a few years,
Nope,
and it's not going to be
I'm
the
telling
best
you.
smell that you can get at this point.
I'm telling you,
oh
dude.
my God.
This smelled like the strongest. Remember our Airbnb? Times 5. It's the strongest, stinky. I smell it on myself still. It's on my clothes. It smelled like Toby Keith's cologne. So I finally go, I can't have this thing going off for 3 minutes. So I put my shirt over my face, open the door, grab the fogger, and put the lid on. So I got fogger all over my hands.
It's still spraying. It's not done.
The cap gets all cold, because it's shooting out. So I throw it in the yard, thinking it may explode in my hands also, because I don't know what's going to happen. Bro, I opened my car and I went, oh, God, no. Oh, no, this is worse. I would have rather smelled the dead body that is in my car, dude. So I rolled my windows down and I went inside to get the smell out. Well, I didn't roll my windows. I rolled them down like a crack. All four cracked. And I was like, I'm leaving it. Any rain in the forecast? Nope. I walked out this morning. The windows were down. I was like, please, God. I opened it. I was like, it reeks. I mean, I wonder if you can smell it on my jacket. It smells so bad. It smells like someone covered up a
You
dead
tell me your
body.
car smells that way right now.
Right now, this moment.
Like we go to commercial
You go
break,
to commercial,
we
you
can
run
run
down and
downstairs
smell it.
and smell your car.
It sticks with you. It stays on you. I can smell it on my hands. It smells like the cheapest, crappiest cologne you've ever smelled. Like if Charles Barkley had a cologne. You know what I mean? They sell in CVS. Like the worst of the worst.
All these poor celebrities you're
I
throwing
bet
under
Chuck,
the bus.
I
for
bet
their
Chuck
smells.
smells outstanding.
He probably does. His branded cologne does not. The Justin Timberlake cologne doesn't smell good. And guess what else? He doesn't wear it. Michael Jordan's. He doesn't wear that. He wears Tom Ford. He doesn't wear Jordan 23. Anything you can buy at
Hear me
Walmart, he
out.
doesn't buy.
Hear me out. Bartolo cologne.
Bartolo cologne. It smells so bad, you guys. And it doesn't seem to be dissipating at all. And my neighbor, man, he looked at me. He goes, what are you doing? What are you doing with that? I go, I'm trying to get the smell out, Ron. And he's like, he just shakes his head. I mean, he's my neighbor, dude. He sees and hears everything that happens in our house. And like me screaming at my kids in the street, like he sees it all. And I go, man, what do I do? I'm going to leave my keys in it from now on and hope someone steals it and drives it away.
What about taking it for like a professional car interior detail?
Bro, I just feel like it's going to get worse. They're going to add stuff to it, and now it's going to multiply. There was a Seinfeld actually like this, but it was BO. The BO got stronger. Yeah, there it is. Paulie's got it up.
That's
the stuff right there. Yeah, Toby Keith brand. Armor All
Says
Fresh
odor
FX.
eliminator, not odor enhancer. Shout out to his family.
Oh yeah, shout out to his family. His cologne lives on.
Shout out to his family.
And it lives on in my car.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was like, all right. It'd been a while since I did something completely asinine, and it's just hard. Life is hard for me to navigate sometimes, and I thought I was doing the right thing. Let's be honest, though. A fogger for your car is a bit extreme. It is a bit like if you're fogging your car, you're like, what happened in here? But this was, I'll oftentimes.
Now, if your car had termites.
Yeah, termites
fine,
and
but,
if roaches crawling around in it, a fogger would be great, man. But I'm telling you, it was terrible. It's just. And yeah, Michelle just says you have to sell your car. Nobody's buying this. Hey, was this Toby Keith's car? That's crazy. Like, no one's buying this thing.
Kim with a Y is one of those do-it-yourselfers. She says, try cheap vodka with water, put it in a spray bottle, spray the seat. We
Drink
use this
it,
to
drink your troubles
deodorize
away.
Our competition dance dresses. Works great and cheap.
Vodka?
Popov vodka and
And
water and in a spray bottle, and that eliminates odors, apparently.
Padre Bud said, you should have called the wolf.
That's what I was thinking.
I can't believe this is the same car. Hey, let's not go blanking each other's blanks just yet. Winston Wolf comes over to get the smell and the smell out of my car. Just an idiot, dude. Just an idiot.
All the nice grandma blankets.
Yeah, the
all over
blankets. Yeah.
the seat.
Quilts.
I can't believe this is the same car. I'm 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. It sucks, man. And now, like, I don't look forward to getting in my car at all. This morning when I walked out, I was like, surely a good solid 12 hours of it with the windows down. The fresh air will blow in. The crap Toby Keith smell will blow out, and I'll be good. Wasn't the case. I drove here with the window down. Like it's so overpowering. We stayed in an Airbnb. I don't know if it was spring training or if it was fantasy camp.
I
I'm
think it
not
was spring
sure.
training. I can't remember.
You guys,
yeah, it was aggressive,
beyond aggressive.
It wasn't bad, but it was too aggressive.
It was so strong. I
Yeah.
remember walking around pulling the little things out of the
That's right. I remember this.
the
It was
wall.
like cleaning product.
It was-
If I
yeah.
was like in a waiting room at an office somewhere and sat there for like
But it
5
was
minutes,
too
I'd
strong.
go, all right, fine, it's a little heavy. But when you have to live in it,
Yeah.
it was much too aggressively.
You like walked through the
Scented.
door and like lost your breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like punched you in the face
Yeah.
every day. So we were cracking windows and taking these things out of the wall. Never really got better. I feel like it kind of grew in strength when we unplugged it. I think it got a little stronger. But man, I'm telling you, it was.
So
It was-
what's
it was-
the next move? We try an air freshener.
Like I said, I'm going to leave my keys in the car and hope somebody steals it. That's my only
How
option.
far are they going to get? And they go, you know what? Not worth
not
it.
worth it.
Take it back.
If there was a pier, I would drive it down it and jump into the water and let it go in. And I would say somebody stole my car. I would try insurance fraud. Is what
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
that bad at this point. But
Good thing to admit.
yeah, I know. But Paulie, I'm at my wit's end here. I don't know what to do. Wait till you smell it after the show. Make sure you come in and smell it. It's disgusting, man. It really, really. Yeah, Lambo just nailed it. It's funny. The one time Woodsy DIYs something, he F's it all up. That's why I usually leave things to the professionals. I should have gone down to the car wash on Birmingham, given them their $120 and been like, take care of this thing, please. And I would have been much happier. Much happier.
Or even just bought a new fogger.
Or just bought a new car. Either one. The fogger being a few years old is not an issue. I promise you, if you went down to Pep Boys today and got the same one, it's going to smell the same. It's going to be as pungent. It's as bad.
It's 4 cars.
It's 4 cars. It's for automobiles. Yeah, maybe semi trucks, but it says 4 cars. It's to cover up smoke smell, and I don't smoke anymore. I thought, hey, if it can cover up smoke,
But
it
if
can
your
cover
car's
up
not
a.
drivable. That just seems.
Oh, it's drivable. It's just really, really uncomfortable. man.
Goose says a skunk once peed in my grandma's car. She used every chemical under the sun to take it out. Didn't work. It eventually got the car totaled. So it didn't skunk the car. It urinated in the car. There's a difference. The skunk spray is not. That's a whole different chemical, right?
How would one know if a skunk peed or
skunked your car?
Sprayed your car.
Right.
This leads. Never mind. It's not a discussion we can have on the radio. It's just not. It's just not a discussion we can have on the radio. It's just not. There's no way to tap dance around that one. Okay? There's just not. Do you catch my drift?
Just off topic, speaking of skunks, 3 a.m, my dog just starts barking like crazy. And I feel like, okay, is someone breaking into the house? No, of course. There's a skunk in the backyard.
At your house today?
Yeah, this morning.
Oh my
3 o'clock. She is losing her mind seeing it out in the backyard.
Would you send the skunk to my house to skunk my car so that it won't smell like Toby Keith's? It's so bad, you guys. I almost want us to run down. Do we have a spot here?
We have one coming up momentarily.
I
yes.
do. Okay.
But after that,
do you think we can get down and make it back in time for the next segment?
I'll make sure of it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Why don't we
smell it?
All right. Why don't we get ready then?
I wish I could transmit it over the radio so bad. Like, hey, tier ones, ready? This is what it smells like. Because you guys
smell-o-vision, but on the radio.
Smell-o-vision, right? Exactly. Oh, it's rough.
All right, let's take our first time out. We'll come back. We'll set the menu. Obviously, we'll get into some Padres talk with the Darvish news that dropped yesterday. Still, no manager yet for your San Diego Padres.
What a timeline.
Did finally work out the whole, setup on the side of Imperial and Trevor Hoffman Way yesterday. So we got your details on that. If you were listening yesterday, set the menu, get you started here. Middle of the week. It's a Wednesday. We'll talk Aztecs as well. All coming up. Ben Woods and Paul. Woodsy's life is Larry David on San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3, The Fan.
Yeah, well, listen, the one thing I did smartly was let Eco Water come in and put the system in our home. And I was nervous. They came, they said, we got to run these pipes through here. We got to do this. And I go, oh, God, my wife's going to kill me. She's going to absolutely kill me if I get this wrong. These guys were pros, and it looks phenomenal. It tastes phenomenal. It's been such an easy unit to have in the home. I mean, like I just turn on my faucets, every faucet in my house, and I have delicious Eco Water coming out of them. It's done wonders for our plumbing, our pipes, all of that. But mostly, man, the hair, the skin, and the taste. I drink so much water every day now, and it's simply because we have the best water available known to man. Eco Water's been doing this since 1925. When they patented the first self-regenerating water softener, and nearly a century later, still leading the way. Get the Eco Water system in your home. You will not be disappointed at all. Try the Soft Life and alkaline water now, just $9.95 a month, 760-350-3338, or visit ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water, keeping it soft since 1925.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I know people think that Woods has a penchant for exaggeration sometimes.
I really don't. I'll like get emotional about a story, but I really feel like I stick to the truth, man. My friend Jack gave me the ultimate compliment. Jack the mailman Jack said, I listened to your stories, and if I didn't know you, I wouldn't believe them. I would think that you made them up for air. He goes, but I know you. I know you. I've lived a ton of those with you. I know that things like that happen to you.
I mean, I receive a phone call about most of these stories in the afternoons.
Yeah.
So I can verify the truth.
The smell was nauseating.
It was
It's
awful.
nauseating. Yeah, well, I think that's the proper word for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst smell I've ever smelled.
It's not doo-doo.
We were like approaching the car, and I started to get actually nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this going to be like? And you like shoved us into the car and slammed the doors. You're like, you got to get all in it.
You have to bathe yourself in it like I did.
And I sat there for like 10 seconds at the most. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't do 20 minutes of this.
It would be more like a subtle form of torture, like a constantly dripping water or something on your forehead. Nothing like immediately knocks you over and goes, "Oh, I
Yeah,
can't."
it wasn't even that bad
Yeah.
at first.
No.
Like when the door's open and
No.
you're sitting
No,
in,
it's
you're like,
"Oh, that's not that
testing it out. You're
bad."
like, okay, that's not that bad.
And then
you
you
close the door.
sat for just a few seconds.
Just a few
and
seconds.
You start going, no,
literally started
I
getting
need to
sick.
get out of here. I need
Yeah.
to get out of here. This is not right. There's something not right about this.
My number one, what's the worst smell? Like, I don't even think poop is as bad. When you're a parent, you're just you're covered in poop. Your whole life is poop. It's everywhere. It's like it's constant. Every day you come in contact with poop. And you're like, I'm just used to the poop smell now because I got these little boys and they need their butt cleaned and all that. No big deal. Vomit. When they vomit, that's the one that gets me. Like, that's the worst smell. Cat pee is pretty bad. Cat poop is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Those are up there. That to me is that down in my car is second to vomit.
Yeah.
And I think I could even be convinced that vomit may even smell a little bit better than that. It's tough. I told you guys, man, that is no BS. It is as strong as you could imagine, and it feels like it's getting
and I don't
stronger.
think you got rid of whatever the underlying
No.
smell was.
So
either,
it's
'cause
mildew
that's
and
also
Toby
in
Keith.
there.
That's what it is. No offense to Toby Keith, by the way. I was in Walgreens.
That's probably what he
recently.
smells like.
Well, again, he
Now-
probably doesn't smell. Oh, Ben. God.
Well,
He doesn't. His branded cologne smells really cheap, is my guess, because they sell it at Walgreens. Britney Spears perfume, that you buy at Walgreens or CVS.
it's not even behind the
No,
thing
it's not
where you
behind the
need a
glass.
key
No.
to slide it open.
Mm-mm.
You can just grab it right off the shelf.
Yeah, I think. What's your number one worst smell? Vomit is probably
got to
it
be up there.
for me.
Yeah. I mean, decomposing.
Anything.
Yeah, anything is awful.
Do you have a lot of experience?
Not a
I'm
ton.
actually terrified. right now.
Yeah,
Where's that psychoanalyst? I think you're the one he needs to talk
I've seen
to.
too many documentaries.
I have too. Bodies stacked in his
We've
garage.
had like an animal die in the walls at a house that we lived in.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah, and you can start smelling it coming through the drywall, and that's bad.
That's a good one. An old restaurant grease trap. 1,000%. If you ever had to clean out an old grease trap at a restaurant, at a bar,
Oh, the floor
mats-
mats at a bar.
the mats at a bar under your feet, when you pour all the liquor out and then you have to go in the alley and spray it down. Boy, if you ever worked at a bar, you know what that's about. I was a bar back, which may be the worst job of all time.
Yes,
Just full of smells and sticky stuff.
I was a bar back at a restaurant. I wish I would have been washing dishes instead.
You don't know what chafe is like until you've bar backed. You just don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
The whole night you're just like, I'm dead. Carrying huge things of ice and margarita mix and
Kegs.
kegs. Yeah. You just don't know what chafe is like until you bar back the 8-hour shift, man. But anyway, I'm glad you guys got to come down and smell it because it's so bad.
Oh,
All right, let's quickly set the menu for what we've got coming up on the show today. We'll start in Padres land with the Darvish news. Darvish, according to the team, underwent UCL repair surgery. What does it mean for his future? I saw the reaction on social media as well, and I've got to say, shame on some of you out there.
Indeed.
Absolute shame on some of you out there. We'll talk about San Diego State's season opening win, dominating performance. All the hype seems to be real for the Aztecs this year based on, yes, one game against a Big West team, but very impressive, especially last, 3 quarters of the game. All Aztecs last night. Paulie was there. I was there before the game. We talked a little college basketball. 7:20, we've got Don't Do This, our new king, at least for the day. Mad Dog is going to make an appearance in Do This.
Going to make some people mad with this one.
And then we've got our regular features like Take on Woods and the Reindl Report, plus another biggest fan announcement at 9 o'clock. We are 2 for 2 on our biggest fan qualifying for the night in the Odyssey Suite and 20 tickets to a future Padres game. Watch the game with the entire fan staff. Listen at 9 a.m. For today's name and a chance to call in within 10 minutes to qualify for our grand prize drawing. Okay, shall we check traffic?
Yep.
And then we'll jump right in with the Darvish news yesterday and the unfortunate reaction from some Padres fans out there. Coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Well, fortunately, no incidents, no accidents, no surprises on our freeways. That last part meaning, of course, you're going to start seeing some of that usual slowing in the usual spots. I see you westbound 52, you and all your company heading out of Santee. Yeah, but at least no incidents or accidents getting in your way at this time. Now here's a message from those cute kids from Caltrans. Listen up.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On the freeway. Right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights mean move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
So it is official. The Padres will not have Yu Darvish at all for the 2026 season, but not because he's retiring, because he underwent elbow surgery, as he posted himself on social media, translated from Japanese. Last Wednesday, I underwent elbow surgery performed by Dr. Meister. I will not be able to pitch in games during the 2026 season. I will work hard on my rehabilitation to be able to throw a ball comfortably again. And it was the flexor tendon and internal brace. So that's kind of the new version of the Tommy John. It's not the full replacement of the ligament, but you attach a brace to the original one to help it heal. It can be a slightly quicker recovery, but it's still the better part of a year before you can get back on the mound and pitching again. So no Yu Darvish for the Padres in 2026. And most of you out there did the right thing and wished you nothing but a speedy and healthy recovery. Others, though, felt as though Yu Darvish has done something wrong in this situation. And I'm here to tell you, you're just 100% wrong on this one. There is nothing that Yu Darvish has done wrong. If you want to complain about Mike Schilt deciding to start him in Game 3 of the wild card series against the Cubs, when the Padres knew he was not healthy. I mean, this was talked about during the last season and probably anticipated that there was a high likelihood he would need off-season surgery. So this was not something that he was hiding from the team. He talked to trainers. They knew he was not doing well. He talked about it himself going into the playoffs. Like, hey, changed his arm angle to try to get through the season.
Yeah, man.
He's going to give everything he's got during the playoffs. And, we'll see where he, ends up at the end of the postseason. Thought he had it. Didn't obviously have it in that playoff game, and that ended up being his last appearance, maybe ever for the Padres. We'll see what happens. But I saw so many people that felt as though you had committed some sort of betrayal by not retiring immediately and saying goodbye to his Major League Baseball career and
leaving $46 million on the table.
Right.
And that's, I think, what's sticking in everyone's craw. And I just don't agree. I mean, the guy, he did not hurt himself, in a skydiving accident and then is just going to go on cruise control and get his money. The guy hurt himself pitching, doing his job. And again, you can put AJ Preller on blast for giving him that deal, but putting him on blast and saying that he needs to, quote, do the honorable thing, which is such a joke. Honorable. Walking away from that money, which, again, that's his money that the team committed to him. I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. Guys get hurt. Guys get hurt working on their craft. And that's what he did, man. And it bummed me out, too. It really was a terrible way to think. That's what a contract is for. They gave it to him. He signed it. It sucks. There's no question. It sucks. But, and I've seen this, too. Well, he actually said he was, contemplating retirement. No, this is what he said.
I was going to say, I feel like that was just all of us talking about
He said this. Each year, I just focus to play baseball. If I feel like I can't play baseball anymore, then I'm done playing. He added, Darvish added this regarding the sway that his family life may have on whether or not he will decide to call it a career. I have a lot of kids, so I have to see what we're doing now, where we are at, and balance with baseball. Age may be a major motivator for Darvish to retire. This is not his comment. This is what an article said. He thinks he has much left in the tank, which is his right.
Well, no.
If the Padres didn't think he had anything left in the tank, they shouldn't have given him a 6-year deal.
Don't even read too much into it. He may still decide to retire at the end of his rehab, but he absolutely should go through the official rehab process.
Sure.
Think about the alternative for Yu Darvish. If he retires now, Guess what? The Padres don't pay for his surgery, his rehab. He's got a team of trainers that are going to help him, and he wants to get his arm back. Now, at the end of this process, he can decide, you know what, my arm feels really darn good. I might be able to pitch effectively for 2 more years, and he can continue his career. Or at the end of the process, he may decide, you know what, I think I'm still kind of done, and I'd like to spend time with my family, and I will retire and not collect my paychecks for the last 2 years. But for this year, he will be working extremely hard. Rehab, you talk to pitchers like Joe Musgrove, there is nothing harder that a pitcher does than a year of rehab to get his arm back in shape. You is going to be working incredibly hard this year. Now, you won't, as a fan, reap any of the benefits from it
whatsoever.
because he's not going to help the Padres win any games on the mound. But he's going to be working hard in service of the San Diego Padres in trying to get his arm back. At that point, at the end of 2026, when his rehab is done, he can decide whether he wants to go to Lake Elsinore and El Paso and start, doing rehab games and see if he can get back to the big leagues. If he does, great. If he doesn't, he can still walk away from the game. But no one can or should walk away with a completely busted arm without taking advantage of everything that being a Major League Baseball player has to offer in terms of the team of doctors, trainers, medical staff that's going to help him get back to where he can, be normal the rest of his life. As he said, throw the ball comfortably
and
again.
Imagine taking the time off that he took the one season and saying, do not pay me for this. This is a family matter that I am leaving for. I've heard 5 different rumors as to why he left. All of them valid. None of them are business whatsoever. If one of the 5 was true, makes perfect sense to me. And he said, do not pay me. And that generous, moral thing to do is now working against him. People think he's hurt. He should quit. That's not how this works, man. It's just not.
Let's put you in a real world situation. Let's say you're nearing retirement age, early 60s. You've worked a really good construction job for a long time, and you got injured on the job. You were thinking about retirement, possibly. Aren't you going to stay, though, through your workman's comp and make sure you're back and healthy again?
I'm going to walk away so the company can make more money.
You're just going to walk away from what the company's obligation is to make sure you're healthy and back to 100%? No, of course not. You're going to go through that process, and then you'll decide whether or not you want to retire at the end of that process when you're back and healthy, and you can decide on your own whether you want to go back to work or not. But right now, he has no decision. The only thing he can do is have the surgery, go through the rehab, and then when that is done, he can think about his future and what he's going to do.
There's no denying this sucks for the baseball product, the starting rotation next year and all of that, the payroll. Yes, like there are decisions that have to be made now and all of that. That is true. Both things can be true, though. Like Darvish also doesn't owe
the Padres
$46 million. Both things can be true.
That's, again, like if you want to be mad at the front office, for giving him that deal, that's a valid concern. You can't do anything about it now, though, right? Like you can't take that thing back. But I felt terrible. I saw that yesterday. I go, man, what a terrible way to think that some guy should, quote, honorably walk away from $46 million just because he got hurt on the job. That's tough, dude. That's a tough pill to swallow. And again, a guy that has shown very much that he cares about this organization. Very much.
As for the impact on the Padres, and, I saw some of the national shows going, well, this changes the Padres' entire offseason. If you are a listener to this program, I hope you already realized doesn't really change anything for the Padres.
I thought the same thing. I go, in my mind, I went, this sucks for you.
No one was counting.
No one.
You wanted him to retire 5 minutes ago. So
then you were thinking he was going to throw 180 innings.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. I don't think the Padres were counting on you, Darvish. Maybe like hope among hopes. Yeah, maybe he comes back and can be an effective back-end starter, but he's not going to be throwing 200 innings for sure. I don't think this changes much in terms of what the Padres anticipated out of you, Darvish, in 2026.
No, what it changed were the people that were holding on to that hope that $46 million was going to come available because he honorably quit the game of baseball, leaving $50 million on the table. That's what people are mad about. They thought, man, if he walks away, that gives us an extra a bunch more money to play with. And that's not the case.
And I don't know if there's sometimes contracts like that have insurance.
I have no idea.
I doubt that an insurance company was going to insure heavily a 40-year-old pitcher with that much mileage on his arm, but I don't know what the situation is behind the scenes when it comes to that.
Correct. I don't either. I have no idea, but again, we wish Yu Darvish the very best. He deserves the very best. He has earned the very best care, the very best wishes, the very best of all of it. Yu Darvish literally went out there with his arm hanging and tried to get through a few innings in a playoff game. Now, you can put that on Schilt, AJ, whoever made that ultimate decision. That was probably the wrong decision, knowing what we know now. But again, if he thought he could go, he's earned that right. And he certainly earned the right for our respect and certainly earned the right to take this time to get healthy, again, to want to come back and pitch for us.
Postal Blue makes a good point. He said AJ Preller, and this was in his end of season news conference when Mike Schilt stepped down, didn't really even mention you when talking about next year. He was already kind of aware that he was facing a 2026 season without Yu Darvish going to be available at that point.
Now more time for you to recruit players.
Right.
I think
a lot of Japanese guys getting posted here.
That man has done so much. Instead of recruiting, I think he should just relax.
Just get your arm right.
Some R&R.
Get your head right.
Some rehab. Yeah, just take it easy.
Take it easy.
I see a suggestion. Yu Darvish, Padres' next manager. Could do worse. He could do worse than Yu Darvish, but I don't think that's the case. He's going to, as I said,
Janine, I was being sarcastic. I did a whole rap yesterday on why Yu Darvish is actually the worst recruiter in the history of recruiters. Maybe the worst of all time.
Again, Yu's going to be working very hard this year. You won't see it, but he will be putting in a lot of time and effort that is not fun in the least bit to earn that money. And it won't appear in the stat sheet for the San Diego Padres.
Well, you did see with like Joe Musgrove last year, he was still very much a part of that team, a part of that pitching staff, a leader in the clubhouse. And I would expect nothing different with Yu Darvish. Joe was making all the road trips that he could.
Yep.
I would expect to see you as well.
Best dress is all this nice talk of Darvish, then you drag him in the mud. I'm not dragging him in the mud. Every guy he's gone to recruit has gone to other teams. That's a fact. Shohei, Yama, Seiya Suzuki, Shota Imanaga, they all were like, we really appreciate you, Roki Sasaki. We all appreciate Yu Darvish's guidance, but we're going to go sign with the Cubs and the Dodgers. That's just a matter of fact, man. I love Yu Darvish. Love him. Deserves the very best and deserves all the well wishes that he can get and deserves the very best treatment to get his arm back right. And he, again, if he does come back, will he be 41 or 40?
He'll be 40, turning 41
in
the 2020, early in the 2027 season, I believe.
100%.
See Padre Bot to just go get Imanaga to replace him. I've heard that suggested a couple of times. We talked about it briefly on the show yesterday. I was listening to MLB Radio this morning, and Steve Phillips brought it up. Said, I think Imanaga, he feels like a Padre to me. I don't know what that really means. Like, what do you look at a guy and he just feels like a Padre to you? I'm not sure, but he will be one of the names out there that are available that the Padres will have to explore because they do need pitching. And we'll talk in our Padres smorgasbord coming up later in the show, I think in our next hour, about the pitching possibilities. Again, what the starting rotation now looks like officially, minus Yu Darvish.
It looks like Nick Pivetta and Joe Musgrove, doesn't it?
If you can count on Joe Musgrove coming back either. Paulie saw him last night at the game. Looked good, Paulie?
Yeah, we weren't talking pitching.
No, I know. It's hard to tell, how strong.
How's the slider shape?
From
how's your IVB?
From 2 rows behind him, he looked great. Looks like
good?
Probably
Okay.
opening day starter, if I had to guess.
All right.
Hanging with Timmy Hill, by the way.
That was much more interesting.
That's so good.
I love that.
They love each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Timmy lives here in the offseason.
Is he free agent or is he still?
He's still a Yankee, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So just out there getting it, watching the Aztecs, always supporting the local teams.
Let's see.
Right here, 9 minutes ago, Yankees exercised Tim Hill's club option.
There we go.
So
he is. That's
asked and answered.
There you go. He is still a Yankee as of this morning.
That's right.
$3 million.
Yeah, there you go.
Pre-celebrated last night at the Aztecs
right.
game with Joe Musgrove.
Probably knew it was coming.
He's a solid member of their bullpen.
100%.
Yeah, he 100%. He was definitely a nice find by AJ Preller.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, let's we got plenty to get to in our next hour, including Don't Do This, our Padres smorgasbord. Got Take on Woods coming up in our 8 o'clock hour as well. Anything else anyone wants to discuss when it comes to you, Darvish, here in the last
I think we said
minute and a half or so
I think we said our piece
of our first hour?
I think we said our piece.
Saw
I think
a lot
so
of gross stuff yesterday.
I saw some gnarly stuff yesterday, man. It really did.
I was embarrassed.
I was too.
I didn't want to call anyone out by name, but I got it in my mentions on social media.
Yeah, it was rough, dude.
And I felt embarrassed by some of the reactions.
Yeah, for sure. And again, we can talk about contracts and what players owe the team and all that. Like, somebody asked me, how do you feel about Anthony Rendon? I go, Anthony Rendon hasn't done anything wrong. They gave him this ridiculous deal. He signed it. And I don't know how motivated he is to get back, and that's on him. But he signed the contract. A lot of you guys have never worked under a contract before, and it shows. It shows.
All right, we will come back. Hour number 2. We'll start with some thoughts on last night's win by San Diego State over Long Beach State at Viejas Arena. Coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Couple of very intriguing freshmen last night at Viejas Arena. First this hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on custom cards and custom wrapping paper. Great gifts plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages there safely. Don't miss out on the latest laptops, up to 45% off. Staples, that was easy. It looked easy for the San Diego State Aztecs after the first, 10 minutes or so. They kind of did the old, it's going to be another 7-4 basketball game at Viejas Arena. No one makes anything. Yeah, defense looks good, but they can't score anything.
It's the exact. I had forgotten. Right? It's weird how I'm able to compartmentalize like last year because there's new players and everything else. College basketball is that way. You know, you have some guys returning, but you have new guys, and you're integrating the new guys. I remembered, Ben, after 5 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, these guys never score in like the first 10 minutes of the game. I go, this was every game last season. We would come in and we'd go, man, if they could just get off to a hot start, and they weren't falling.
When you're at the game, everybody stands until they score a bucket and you're doing the clap.
Wait.
Which, by the way,
and like I've had friends that go to every game. They're like, bro, we had to wait for like 4 minutes.
That is, and I think I saw Mark Ziegler write about it as well. That makes no sense. Why would you put pressure on your own team? Keep clapping until the other team scores. Like,
that's one way to look at it.
Continue to clap until the other team makes you sit down and hey, we've held them down for 3-4 minutes, and people get more into it. When the Aztecs don't score, and sometimes you get to the first media timeout, and it's you're like, oh, we still haven't scored yet, and you're still clapping. It's it's embarrassing and humiliating the longer it goes. The other way around makes so much more sense to me. To clap until the other team finally gets a basket on your defense. How long can we stand and clap?
Yeah.
Way better.
That's probably
plan.
It's probably a better plan.
But that's not the tradition.
But again, they are not traditionally, I guess, at least the last couple of seasons, they're not a real come out of the chutes, guns blazing, had some good looks. And it just, I was going to make a joke on Twitter. Every time Manny would fly one out to the wall, you got to move the fences in. I'm like, you're going to have to lower the rim or get a softer rim or something because it was just clank.
Just a wider rim.
A wider rim.
In and out.
In and out. They're really good looks early. And then, it was a little bit tighter than it probably should have been after 5-7 minutes.
Yeah, and then San Diego State pulled away. Now, remember, before the game, we knew that Magoon Guath wasn't playing. He is expected to be cleared tomorrow for full contact in practice. He's running all the individual stuff.
He said on the broadcast November 18th. He's
could be back in the lineup.
When he was back in the lineup.
He was doing pregame warm-ups. He was dunking the ball. He was out there. He was in uniform in a brace. But, he did not play. And then
he was last year's Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year. So you're missing one huge player. And then
literally,
surprisingly, huge, literally.
Huge. He's literally huge.
Unexpected, Reese Dixon Waters didn't play due to a corneal abrasion. They did not offer details. It sounds, Paul, you play enough hoops to know guy swats for the ball and scratches your eye, and you end up with a scratch and out for a few days. He was listed as day-to-day. So 2 of your expected starters are not even in the lineup.
I feel like I would wear goggles all the time if I played
Kareem.
Yeah, I would. And not for vision, but for to make sure nobody scratch my eyeballs. And that's I think that's exactly what happened to him. And nobody was expecting that. So you're already your best scorer out of the game last night. Kind of a late scratch, yeah?
Yes. Well, I don't know when they knew, but we didn't know until an hour or so before the game that he was going to start. So this ended up being your starting lineup. You had Miles Byrd coming back, obviously, after testing the waters in the NBA draft. And then the rest of the lineup was Taj DeGorville, Miles Heide, and then newcomers Sean Newman Jr. and Jeremiah Oden ended up being your first starting 5. But you also had some significant contributions from the bench, and that's where the freshmen came in, LZ Harrington and Tay Simmons. LZ Harrington, we've talked about his story. He had his dad, was the doctor who said, be good enough to go to Duke, but smart enough to go to Harvard. And he got into Harvard and was going to Harvard, but then his dad got sick, brain cancer.
Awful,
and he didn't want to go across country. So then he decided to commit to USC instead. His dad passed away, and he thought, I don't think USC is the right place for me. And Dutch had a place for him at San Diego State.
Is that the order of events?
I believe so.
I watched a pregame sit down with him. I believe it was Allison Edmonds sat down with him and asked him about his relationship with his dad. his dad didn't know he was going to SDSU before he passed away. I feel like
he may have known. He may have known.
I think he said he mentioned something about his dad really being at peace with his decision, and I went, "Oh man, that's it." And the way that I'll tell you, man, like the way that he sat there and carried himself after losing his dad, that's a young man. That's a young man. He sat there, dude, and he had his head held high, Benny, and he was like. He didn't like get choked up. He just talked about like their relationship. It was so special.
It's really cool.
Allison did a great job with that. You may be able to find it online, but you watch it and you go, that's my guy. I'm immediately a fan of this kid.
Simmons, meanwhile, looks a little undersized. He's a 6'6" forward, but dude is like a truck. He looks like
He's
a man.
Big boy.
For a freshman, he looks like a man out there already playing. He can get to the rim. He can rebound over bigger players, around bigger players. He plays like an upperclassman as a freshman.
There's been one game into the season, and I'm already like, man, what's he going to look like next year?
Right.
Yeah. Full
Right.
off season.
10 points. He's going to be playing for the Raptors, probably. So.
10 points, 7 rebounds for Simmons on 4 of 6 shooting. 13 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block for LZ Harrington on 4 of 8 shooting in his both of their very first Division I college basketball games. That is something you do not see very often from freshmen coming off the bench to contribute like that in their very first games.
5 guys in double digits. Defense was stifling, contested. Even the shots that went in, man, you don't get a lot of easy looks against the Aztecs, and you can see the frustration on the other team. They start making funky passes, and
I was watching it with my son, and you could see, well, when they try to make a careful pass, San Diego State would steal it because it would be too slow and they'd jump in. Or then they'd start rushing passes and throwing to no one. It would just go out of bounds and in between two people, like, oh, quick. And it's like, okay, turnover. I think, 21 turnovers for Long Beach State, 11 steals for San Diego State. So the defense is absolutely still there, as you'd always expect from a Brian Dutcher coach team.
And the Aztecs turned it over probably
too
more
much.
than they would like.
Too much. But, that's a first game.
Yep.
Didn't even know what your lineup was going to be. Different rotations. You'll get, as the season goes on, guys get more comfortable playing with each other, knowing, I know he's going to be there. And that will probably start to work itself out. But, shooting 43% from the floor, not bad at all. 11 of 23 from three-point range. That's outstanding.
Yeah.
And 73% from the free throw line, including Farrell Compton making both of his free throws. Nice work. I think he shot about 14% from the foul line last season.
Well, nowhere to go but down for Farrell right now with 100%. So
got some good work in the offseason.
He looks phenomenal.
He looked phenomenal. Crashing the boards. Like, he was unbelievable. Miles Bird, I don't know how he's not everybody's favorite player. He's certainly mine. I love his energy. I love his attitude. God, he looks
Miles Bird looks so good. I know. One game, but he was so, I don't want to say chaotic with the ball,
like a little bit too edgy.
It's like he had too much energy and he couldn't quite hone it perfectly. Like, his drives weren't always great.
Kind
of
of wheels
out
off.
of control.
Yeah.
Wheels off is a great way to put it. He looked so much more in control with the ball. His drives looked better. He was quicker off like the dribble. Like, he looked really, really good.
I sat down with him for that story that I ran yesterday, but I sat down with him a couple of weeks ago at the Jam Center. And how can it not help your game to go through the NBA draft process and get really good feedback? Like, everyone's saying, you're probably late first rounder, early second rounder. We really like your game. We like this. You get, tips and improvements from a whole bunch of different coaching staffs in the NBA. When you go through that process, you can't help but emerge on the other end as a more complete, confident basketball player. And I think we saw some of that from Miles Bird yesterday. Miles Heide is the other Miles on this team who sometimes gets overlooked.
100%.
But he's also a dude. You have so many players. Jeremiah Oden, you kind of forgot. He was at Wyoming many years ago, transferred around. He's a really good player.
He is.
He may not start once Magoon Guath comes back, but he's going to be someone who's important. Taj DeGorville, it may be the most improved player on the team. He got 3 fouls in 3 minutes, so he never really got to open it up. Still ended up with 10 points though at the end of the night, made 5 of 6 free throws, even on an off night. Newman, he's the assist first guy. I think he may have been a little nervous in his first game with the Aztecs, did not score any points, was the only starter who didn't get into the starters column. But you can see that he knows, he has vision. he's able to move the ball around. Didn't have a great game, but they're
fun,
I
man.
mean, BJ Davis started almost every game last year, came off the bench yesterday. You barely thought about him, but he's a start. He's another Division I starter that you have on this team. You didn't even see Latrell Davis, the transfer from San Jose State, who was one of the better players in the Mountain West. He's probably, Mark Ziegler wrote, going to redshirt because there's just not enough minutes for everyone. He'll have more eligibility, I think 2 more years, and no reason to burn it this year when you can't really crack a rotation of the top 8 or 9 guys with such depth that San Diego State has right now.
Yeah, on that note, I had the moment last night. There was probably, 6 minutes left in the game. We were getting ready to head out. This game was in the bag. And you start thinking in college basketball, these 20, 30-point blowouts, that's when you see all the bench guys come in for the last 5 minutes, maybe even some walk-ons. And I'm looking and I go, Pharaoh Compton's still out there, like still getting boards. And I go, oh yeah, he's like 8 or 9 on the depth chart tonight. Like they don't have any garbage time players. They could all either start for you or come in a 30-point blowout because 1 through 10, they're all getting significant.
They did bring in that guy, number 7, Cam. I think Lewin. They said the Lawin.
Yeah,
he made his only 3-point attempt. The walk-on guy who came on at the end of the game. So
it was a lot of fun, dude. It was a lot of fun to watch them back. It's so good to have them back.
I see in the chat, LOL, one game doesn't garner this reaction. I'm not saying they're going to win the national championship. Long Beach State, I have no idea if they're going to be good or not.
But I mean, again, like
Chris Acker was a Dutch assistant for 5 seasons before taking over at Long Beach last year.
You got to
coach.
You got to start somewhere, right? And you can only win the games on your schedule. They did. They won it convincingly. They covered, which is incredible. I couldn't believe the 26 point line they covered. The San Diego State Aztecs covered a 26-point spread last night. I don't know, man. I think that's kind of cause for celebration.
Covering just a 26-point spread without your best 2 players is reason to be excited.
They're just fun as hell to watch.
Yeah.
They're a fun team to watch. They may lose 10 games.
I don't know.
They're still fun.
When they face, Michigan will be their first test. They play a couple more home games.
Yep.
I think Idaho State Sunday is their next one. Yep. Their first test will be against Michigan. I don't know how they'll fare against the true guys who are paying their players, $1 to $2 million a year. I can tell you this. They're a top 25 team. They will be at some point. And they have the depth that they will be deeper than almost every team, maybe every team they face this year. Doesn't guarantee you're going to win.
The conference doesn't look great.
No. We had another bad loss. UNLV.
They lost
yesterday. Bad loss.
Oregon
Middle Tennessee, I
won.
believe, in a bye game. Yeah, it's
Oregon won by 1 point last night. So you're like, all right, we'll play them in a couple of weeks. Hopefully they can get back on track for a resume win, potentially.
Yeah, I hopefully, you get a non-conferences where you're going to have to build your NCAA tournament resume because it doesn't look like the conference is going to be that important.
Not going to help you much.
If it's that big, it's that bad, then just win the conference tournament.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You'll get in the tournament either way.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But yeah, good start for San Diego State. 77-45 win over Long Beach State as a college basketball season is now off and running in America's finest city.
I was excited to have it, man.
All right, we got some audio for you in Don't and Do This coming up next. One coach losing his mind at the media.
I've said for many years, nobody knows ball like Christopher Mad Dog Russo.
Even a blind squirrel finds the nut sometimes.
This got me good.
That'll be coming up next with Ben Woods after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
7 Mile Casino is our place to play cards. You have other options in San Diego. Not gonna lie about it. There are other card rooms. They're not bad. I've been to a couple of them. You just have to drive really long way from my house, an hour plus sometimes to some of those card rooms. We're at 7 Mile Casino, and it is just the best card room. It is so close and easy to get to, Woods, just 7 minutes down the freeway from downtown San Diego.
Got everything you're looking for, man. They got Pai Gow, Texas Hold'em, Baccarat. They've got California-style blackjack. My very favorite game. Have a great time when you go to 7 Mile Casino. I know you will. Make sure you tweet us a picture of your big stack of chips that are sitting in front of you. That always makes us so happy. Have a great time. They got great food. They got everything you're looking for. Don't take our word for it. You're going to have to figure it out for yourself. Go in there and check it out. You'll be happy you did.
Yep. It's one of the 24/7 options we've got here. Not just the casino, but of course the restaurant at Sammy's. You got the 24/7 players menu, which is fantastic. Not a lot of places that you can go at 3 in the morning and get a great meal, but you can do it at 7 Mile Casino. Check it out today, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got some good audio for you today in Don't Do This.
Excellent
And it's brought to you by Trust and Will.
Don't.
Leave your entire estate, house, kids, and life savings up to chance if and when you die.
Do.
Set up a Trust or Will online at trustandwill.com.
This
is a lot more affordable than you think. Visit trustandwill.com for more info. All right, this one, I get it. I've been in the media a long time. I've seen it. Maybe I've even been guilty of it sometimes. We tend to focus on the negative on occasion. I don't think everyone's quite as positive as the three of us. We're one of the more positive trios of media members in town.
I'd say so.
I try to be.
I'd say
not saying everything's always great.
I'd say last year I was just annoyed.
We can be critical at times. I think we're fair.
Mike Schill thought we were critical.
I think we're fair. Yes, he did at times. Thought we were critical. That's also part of the job occasionally of the media is to ask tougher questions and try to dig into something when things aren't going well.
Can I also say that I do feel sympathy for coaches? I'm allowed to feel both.
So Bill O'Brien, remember him?
Oh, yeah.
From Bill Belichick's defensive coordinator,
coaching
Penn
tree,
State, and then has bounced around and is now the coach of the Boston College Eagles going into his second season. Hey, they started out with a win in their first game. They have followed it up with 8 consecutive losses. Bill O'Brien, meeting with the media, weekly session yesterday, was asked by one of the reporters there. Didn't seem like he was necessarily a regular attendee covering the team.
Yeah, dude.
About the team's struggles. Remember, 8 losses in a row.
Okay,
here's what Bill O'Brien had to say.
Coach, wondering, do you have a message to the fans? Obviously, losing to Notre Dame Catholic school rival, 1-8 now in the season BC. I've heard from a lot of fans. I just really
I'm really glad. You know, I'm glad you're down. I'm not down. Nobody's down. We're fighting.
Hold on
competing.
1 second. Again,
You know,
the question was, do you have a message for the fans at 1-8 coming off a loss to Notre Dame, one of your rivals? That's all. Do you have a message for the fans? Go back to Bill.
Program, Mike. You always come in here with these down questions. You show up like once a month or something like that. You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Nobody here's down. We're positive. We're going to show up and play our asses off against SMU. You can go out there in your dark, clouded world or whatever it is and do what you want to do. We're not down. The sun is up and we're fighting. That's my message to the fans. Wow. What's up, Trevor?
Oh, God, poor Trevor.
You're next.
Never mind. I'm good.
You know what?
I forgot.
I'm good.
My wife
You already answered it.
Yeah, you already answered.
Ask and answer.
What's up, Trevor?
You're next. What's your favorite color?
You want some of this hacksaw?
What's your favorite color?
What's up, Woods? What do you got? Oh, do you like sandwiches out there? I would have asked my pants. I would have.
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor? Save that part. I mean, what's up, Trevor? Next time Hoffy calls in, I'd like to play that for him, that vile prankster that he is.
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor? So the question was not out of line. The answer was a little bit out of line, in my opinion.
There's nothing wrong with trying to stay positive even when you're 1-8.
Yeah.
It's probably actually a job requirement to not get overly down on yourself. But, man, you bite a guy's head off for asking, do you have a message to the fans?
You know what my message is? We're fighting. The sun
What's up, Trevor?
rose.
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
It's brilliant. What's up, Trevor is my favorite thing of all time. What's up, Trevor?
You can hear in the just in the background. He's like, yeah. He goes, like, hey, how's it going?
Hey, I like when the
What's
guy
up, Trevor?
play something again because you hear the reporter go, okay, like right in the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Nobody here.
Okay.
This is a program that we're building.
It's like Bo or Taylor getting dressed down by me. Okay.
But this is a program that we're building.
Okay. Dude, I can listen to that all day. I can't imagine.
What's up, Trevor?
I can't imagine that feeling of having to go to the podium. You've lost 8 in a row. And you're like in your office, they're like, all right, coach, it's time. You're like, oh my God. And look, you've lost 8 in a row. It's not going well. You know it's not going well. You're probably hanging on for dear life in your work and your personal life, all of it, because it affects all of it. You know, a high-profile Division I college football head coach, man, who's, you know, pros and success and all that. It's got to be tough. I absolutely feel sympathy for him. And I know we always come in here and say, man, it's just so easy. It's so easy for these coaches. Schilt, when he used to snap at us, I'd be like, man, you just handled that the wrong way. But I also don't know what that's like. I have no idea.
There is a commonality, though. Every coach who's ever worked under Bill Belichick just seems like they're just a sour person. Especially with the media.
Was Vrabel? Did he work under him?
No, he played
cool,
for him.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Trevor? All right, this is a do this.
Both, actually. It's a don't do this for the person being targeted.
But I like
and
the
a do this for the rant that you love.
DD mega doo-doo.
Sent this to you guys yesterday. Saw this pop up. I mean, leave it to Mad Dog to describe how we all felt.
When you're a national broadcaster and you're the voice of the sport on a big stage, when you did 1 million playoff games, and then they, in one of the crippling losses that a franchise is going to have in the history of the sport, that's as bad a loss as you're ever going to have. And I got Joe, basically the body's not even cold yet. And I got Joe at Dodger Stadium doing the freaking Dodger parade. Oh, my God. That's bad. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say. You can say I'm screaming and yelling about nothing. That would piss me off if I'm a Blue Jay fan. I got Joe Davis shaking everybody's hand. Give me a shaking freaking Otani's hand, and he's freaking wacky, getting rings. He's the announcer for the World Series. You think Kirk Gowdy was getting any of this nonsense?
Brilliant.
You think Garagiola was doing the parade in '82 with the Cardinals? Oh, my God. And he's got the trophy right there. God, if you're a Blue Jay fan, you're vomiting right now. That is bad. I don't care what you say. That is, you could say I'm being hard. That's ridiculous, Chris. What's the big deal? He does the games. Nonsense. He's the voice of the World Series. He's supposed to be right down the middle. Obviously, he's rooting his ass off for the Dodgers in the World Series. And everybody who I spoke to hated the idea. They sensed he was rooting for the Dodgers throughout the World Series. And his call at the end was ridiculous. You got to be a champion and knock whatever he said about knocking a defending champion out. And then he's waxing poetic about Kershaw at the end of the game that nobody in America cared about.
I can barely understand
that.
Oh,
my God. That's bad. And that's wrong. And that's not the way you do it. I don't care. Call me anything you want. Call me an old man on a hill screaming, get off my lawn, say anything you want. That's bogus. The Dodgers should be in. The Dodgers should have done him a favor. Joe, you know what? You're the voice of the team. We just won a classic. Why don't you lay low here? We'll get somebody else to do this. Why don't you lay low? We'll get David Vassay does the pre. Why don't you lay low? This is not the time for you. You're the voice of baseball in postseason play. You can't be doing our parade waxing poetic about us at the Blue Jays' expense. Wrong.
Couldn't agree more.
Top of the hour.
Couple of things. First of all, appreciate that Mad Dog is one of the national guys who actually talks baseball and knows baseball. And guess what? I agree with him 100%.
As do I.
Secondly, how can you possibly listen to that for hours a day?
All right, let me do you one better. What's his bank account look like next to ours?
That was the third part.
Millions and
he
millions.
will make more in 4 months than the three of us will make combined in our entire careers.
That's tough. It's tough.
Sounding like that.
They screaming and just not Yama. He couldn't say Yamamoto, and he was like, "I'm not going to try." Yama.
It's not a hard name to say.
It's really easy. Yamamoto.
I thought nonsense was a 2-syllable word, not like 6.
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
Really drags it out, doesn't it?
I think he was spot on in his assessment.
Couldn't agree more.
Somebody said, man, he is soothing. He is. That's a soothing voice. If you've been up doing crystal meth for 3 days, that's the exact voice that you want to hear. It's so nuts. I mean, look, a lot of people thought, I like that it's not just us, the Dodger hater.
I enjoyed having him on the show when we were at the winter meetings that year, and he came by the table. That was great.
That was hysterical.
That was really good.
Joggers, like fresh off of a run, sweaty Mad Dog. That was great. I thought that was a brilliant rant.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, we'll take a deeper look at the Padres pitching situation in our Padres smorgasbord, plus the ceremony that did eventually take place despite Woods' best efforts to derail it. Coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
Oh, man, every time you hear the news about, one of your favorite players going down, I wish to myself, I wish it was just joint pain, because I would send my beloved Darvish and anybody else over to QC Kinetics, because I realize they play the games at a much higher level than I do or that you do listening, but it works. I mean, it works. If you woke up this morning and you're in tremendous amount of pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulder, like Ben's dad, his hip, he went to QC Kinetics, got the 8-week program and said, I feel better after the first one. I'm really looking forward to the next one. Man, it works. My wrists were in such dire need of attention. Did not know what was in store for me. Did not want to do surgery as the father of 2 young kids. I just didn't want. I didn't want to do that. And luckily for me, I found QC Kinetics just at the right time. So no surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery, just your body remembering how to feel alive again, get you back doing all the things that you love to do, swinging the golf club, hiking the trail, whatever it is. QC Kinetics helps people rediscover their freedom every single day. This Veterans Day, QC Kinetics giving back to our heroes. If you're a veteran, you'll get $500 off your treatment. And for every non-veteran who starts care, QC Kinetics will donate $500 to the Wounded Warrior Project. Great time to book your free consultation with Dr. Jackson and his staff. Call QC Kinetics today, 619-614-PAIN. 619-614-PAIN. It's QC Kinetics, 619-614-PAIN.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't forget to be listening at 9 a.m. We will announce today's biggest fan for a chance to qualify for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a future Padres game at Petco Park with all of the fan staff. You can still register your name by going to 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan in order to potentially have your name called. Petco Park was the site, well, of some goings-on yesterday that we were not aware of. If you were listening in our 9 o'clock hour, we started receiving some texts and social media posts about an event that apparently was going to be taking place street side Petco Park. There were chairs, there was a podium or lectern set up right along Park Boulevard, I guess is what it is here in San Diego, Trevor Hoffman Way, and Imperial. And we speculated, I believe, that, or had heard that perhaps it was a ceremony to change the name of the street to honor Peter Seidler.
Yes.
But then all of a sudden we got new reports that they were taking down the chairs and the lectern and everyone was going away. What was going on? What happened? And Trevor Hoffman, who was on his way to the event as an invited guest of the San Diego Padres, texted Woods. What did he say again? Do you have the text still?
So
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor? We were speculating about what it was at first, and then he texted me, Peter Seidler Way.
Right.
And I said, yes. And he said, little disappointed. You didn't realize it's Trevor Hoffman Way to Tony Gwynn Way. And I said, ha, ha, ha. Then Ben started in on Trevor Hoffman Way and making fun of it, that it was shorter than Tony Gwynn
Drive.
Way. And, Drive. And he said, well, I rescind my birthday video. You will no longer be allowed to park there, Ben. You will be towed. And I said, we are laughing. So then I got another DM from a listener that was down there. He said, hey, man, they're taking all the chairs away. Something happened. And I went, what? So I texted Trevor back. I said, did they bang it? Like, did they cancel the ceremony? He goes, yep. We let the secret out on the air. They got pissed and banged it. And I went,
Woods,
what?
Panicked.
He flipped.
You guys did too.
You mostly, though.
Me mostly.
I could see you sweating.
I mean,
over
Ben
there.
almost instantly goes, are you sure he's not messing with you?
And I said, you better be effing with me. And then waited and waited and waited. And he said, of course I am. Bit of a logistical deal will happen later today. I said, all right, well, I almost threw up. And so, yeah, they ended up doing it later on in the afternoon. Got the sign up. And yeah, obviously, like, I was surprised that there was no, like, Sammy wasn't down there. We didn't cover it. But, you know, at this point, they got the street name up. John Seidler spoke. Eric Krupner spoke. Who else?
I think was Mayor Gloria there.
Yeah, Tom Gloria was there. So they did the dedication, and obviously notably absent was Sheila Seidler. And, you know, I saw a lot of people speculating about this. I don't know why she wasn't there. I would imagine it's because they're still, the two sides are still apart. And so she did release a statement, and I believe John did read it. She did post something on Instagram, thanking, the Padres and for doing that to honor Peter's name. But it's not how I would have drawn it up in my head, certainly. But it is what it is at this point.
Well, I mean, it's still it's an excellent thing. A good thing and a good deed.
Hell yeah.
And, when it comes to Peter Seidler, no one disagrees that it's one of many tributes that should be coming in for Peter over the years, and glad to see it done. And we'll be very happy when I walk in, because that's usually where you walk in, right by the media entrance, that every time I head into Petco Park, I'll get to see that sign that says Peter Seidler Way, and remember, not just what he did for the Padres and Padres fans, but the kind of person that he was.
Yeah, what he did for the community.
What he did, for me personally, just reaching out a couple of times. And he was just always looking to help, be a good person, be a good citizen. And he's the example that I think all of us should continue to try to follow. Follow Peter Seidler's way. I think there's a reason why they call it Peter Seidler Way as opposed to not Peter Seidler Road
Boulevard.
Or Street. Peter Seidler Way is a way that, is an example for all of us.
Would you like a road, a boulevard, a street, a lane, an avenue? What would you like?
Ben Higgins. Ben Higgins Boulevard has a nice...
It does.
alliterative aspect to it.
Paul Reindl Way sounds good to me.
Paul Reindl Place.
Paul Reindl Place sounds incredible.
Reindl Place would be great.
Stephen Woods Way.
Stephen Woods Street.
Yeah, Stephen Woods Road. That feels
Stephen
more
Woods
like
Road.
me.
Yeah, feels a little more
road hard and put away wet. Stephen Woods Road.
Ben Higgins Court.
Ben Higgins
Not
Court.
Bad.
I like
it's a little fancier.
Woodsy Way is better. I like that.
Street Documents wants a circle.
Tej Circle. I like that. And Alex makes the point in here. If you really want to honor Peter Seidler, win baseball games and win a World Series, because that's what that man wanted more than anything. And
they're trying,
I guess.
It's not easy.
The Peter Seidler Way. Yeah. Go spend some money in the offseason, Alex says as well. That's also the Peter Seidler Way. I can't disagree with that. I cannot disagree with that at all. So yeah. And that kind of brings us into the Padres smorgasbord. The news of Darvish being injured yesterday.
Yeah.
Changes some things. Not greatly for me, to be honest, but
would the Peter Seidler Way have been open up the checkbook and sign, the
Pete Alonso and
top
Ranger
two
Suarez
free agents pitching wise? We will discuss it right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Covered California. Got a stalled car in westbound 54 on or near the Briarwood Road off-ramp. Looks like that could be partially in lanes. Accident involving a pickup truck and a motorcycle northbound 5 at H Street. It's in a center divide. Also reports of a crash involving a motorcycle, partially blocking the Main Street off-ramp, southbound 15 and westbound 8, right before Fletcher Parkway. You guessed it, another crash involving a motorcycle. This one's got the fast lane blocked. Emergency crews are on scene there. And another crash involving a motorcycle in the North County, West 78, just past the 15. It's over to the right shoulder. Hey, everyone. Open enrollment is, open. And so is Covered California. Open to questions, real answers, and to helping you get health insurance. Covered California, for the love of Californians. Visit coveredca.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station. 97.3 The Fan.
Padres smorgasbord.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Call it something else.
Pitching, again, the topic of conversation in the Padres smorgasbord, and we can now dissuade ourselves of any pie in the sky, imaginary notions that Darvish is going to come back and still have another season as, a number 2 type starter for the San Diego Padres next season.
If anybody had that vision,
you shouldn't have,
but in my opinion,
we can officially move on after it was announced yesterday that he got the UCL brace surgery, out for the entire 2026 season, which leaves the Padres very thin, starting pitching wise. Nick Pivetta, Randy Vasquez,
Joe Musgrove, hopefully healthy,
JP Sears, Matt Waldron are probably your 5 best starting pitchers right now in the organization. That's a scary place to be.
It's fairly scary.
With nothing behind them.
Correct.
I mean, it's not
Not a
March.
lot, yeah.
It's November.
Yeah.
It's not March, which is the good news here. But there's quite a bit that needs to be done between November 5th and February, 15th, whenever spring training starts, and certainly before, March 27th or 8th when the season starts, to say that you have a pitching staff that you feel gives you a chance to contend in the National League, because that's not it. Now, there might be some good pieces in there that are part of a very good pitching staff, but that pitching staff is not it right now.
Do it again. Pivetta?
Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, J.P. Sears, Matt Waldron. Am I missing anyone? They traded away Stephen Kolek. They traded away Ryan Bergert. Omar Cruz. Who are we? Am I missing anybody?
Not
Please
really.
chime
No,
in.
not really. I'm thinking.
Brito.
If he's
Coming
back
off
from
injury.
injury,
Coming off
I don't
injury.
even know. No, please tell me if I'm missing someone. I would love to be missing someone.
He said
at this
Randy.
point. I did.
Best dressed. Yeah, he did. Randy Vasquez, he had as our 3.
Kyle Hart was, they did not pick up the option on his contract. So
he said Randy, everyone. Randy Vasquez. He said it 3 times.
I said Randy.
Yeah.
That's it right now. Now, there are, relievers that could be converted to become starters. You can go all the way up to Mason Miller. You could go down to someone like, I don't know, Ron Marinaccio. Have no idea if any of those guys will be effective starting pitchers. But at this point, the cupboard very empty for starting pitching.
Cole says, did Ben say Randy? Yes. So
Randy Jones is probably number 6 at this point.
Fair enough as far as depth goes. You look at the starting pitchers on the free agent market right now, and like Chris Bassett just picked up an option, Ben, that literally I'm not Chris Bassett, I'm sorry. Shane Bieber picked up his option, accepted his option from the Blue Jays. He's going to be
18, 16.
Yeah,
like
16. He's going to be
yeah.
making a lot less money than he could have. He wants to run it back in Toronto. I thought that was, a surprise to a lot of people yesterday. Shota Imanaga is a free agent now that is out there that maybe nobody expected to be.
Remember, the more just bodies that hit the free agent market, the better here.
Yeah.
The smaller the supply, obviously, the higher the prices go up in free agency. So you want as big of a supply as possible, as many opt-outs and free agents. So maybe there is a chance to find some decent bargains at some point. Not everybody will get a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-market deal.
I mean, I think very few will get a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-market deal, to be honest with you. But I do feel like there are some good names in there. There are some names that I think A.J. Preller would probably be in on. But I think for me, it starts and stops with Michael King. I think you have to find a way to bring him back to this rotation. I don't know how that is. I don't know how creative he's willing to be. He absolutely had every right to exercise his opt-out and become a free agent. I think regardless, they're going to extend him and cease a qualifying offer so that they can get the draft pick compensation. I don't think either of them would accept that 22. I really don't. But I do feel like Michael King is where it starts and stops for me. And I'm not going to go in and say, well, if we don't get Michael King, we're cooked by any stretch. I just wonder what the motivation is. Is he motivated to stay here and compete with this team, or does he want? I mean, I've already seen Blue Jays beat writers saying what a great fit Michael King would be here, and I went, oh God, that makes way too much sense in my head. I can picture it in my mind. All the stories coming out of Toronto right now, Ben. The Max Scherzer, what Shane Bieber did, they're like, we're in love with this place. This place has transformed us. It's transformed our family. And I go, oh man, that's certainly a nice selling point for a free agent. But what really talks the loudest is money. And if you can find a way to bring Michael King back, I feel much better with Michael King, Nick Pivetta, Joe Musgrove, Randy Vasquez, and J.P. Sears than I do without Michael King.
Michael King's originally from Rochester, but he's vaguely Canadian feeling.
He is.
It seems like he could be Canadian.
Definitely feels like a Blue Jay.
He's just kinda nice.
Yokeled says he is so soft. We need a true ace. He's the last thing Michael King is soft.
No, he's not soft.
If you've ever watched him pitch, you know he's not soft. Don't confuse being nice
off day Michael King
with
mound
game
Michael
day
King.
Michael King. He's not soft. I'll defend that to the death. The dude is a competitor. It sucks. His weird ass injuries last year sucked. And again, can anyone justify in their mind why a pitcher in a walk year would willingly not pitch? He's not saving his arm for free agency. I've seen all the dumb comments like be better, no, be smarter.
He cost himself a lot of money this year.
A ton.
If he had another
money,
top 5 Cy Young award
if he goes
season,
18-5
with $200 million this year. No.
Yeah, we're not having this conversation. We are not
There's
having
no
this
chance we
conversation.
could bring him back.
Nobody in a walk year wants to have a crap year. Luis Ariz did not want to have a crap for him walk year. Nobody. It just doesn't make any sense, guys, when you say it out loud.
The question is, do you put a lot of or all of your eggs in the Michael King basket, knowing you need more than one pitcher?
No, you do.
You need like 4 more starters. Or do you spread it around? Jose Quintana, his option was declined by the Brewers. You go with a cheaper left-handed, not a bad, certainly wouldn't be someone I would hate seeing in a Padres uniform next year. I mentioned the name Adrian Hauser when we went through some of the free agents last week. There are pitchers on the market, but they're all somewhat risky. So you're taking a flyer on a lot of these guys. Michael King, the only flyer you're taking on Michael to me is health.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know what you've got, and you know his stuff is elite when healthy. But every pitcher, of course, comes with, at the very least, the injury risk. That is always going to be something that you cannot control.
I mean, look, the names on here, there's obviously the big names. There are the guys like Ranger Suarez. I saw yesterday, somebody said 3 years, 75 for Ranger Suarez. And I feel like if you can do 3 years, 75 for Ranger Suarez, you do that in a heartbeat. I think he's going to get more. Obviously, I would imagine Dylan Cease is not an option here. But you scroll up and down. Nick Martinez is a name I saw connected to the Padres. Wouldn't mind having Nick back here. Can kind of do it all if you need him to. Shota Imanaga is another one. Don't know. There's a reason the Chicago Cubs let him go for $19 million. There's a reason. And Velo was way down. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's, Zach Gallen's out there. There's a bunch of names. None of them.
Tatsuya Imai.
Yeah.
I mean, they're names. We'll see where the smoke starts rising here in the offseason. We will come back. Hour number 3 of Ben and Woods. We got some Take on Woods on the way. Much more. Don't go away. Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Man, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Benham Woods 97.3. The Fan, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for your opinions, even if I disagree with some of them. It's kind of what makes the world go round. And yeah, you're open, absolutely, to share your opinions. Anytime. We're always here for you. And people are a little bit on edge right now. I mean, the offseason just started, so we got a long way to go. I'll let my panic reach its zenith when it's opening day and like JP Sears is on the bump. That's when my panic will reach its zenith because everyone else has gotten hurt or we didn't get anybody. But listen, you do you, fan how you want. If it makes you feel better to doom, that's okay. I've been there too.
We talked about something yesterday in this same vein, and we were talking about the manager hire, and I've seen the comments today from people like, what the F? Like, where's this manager announcement? What the hell is going on?
I'm getting more nervous about it, Paulie.
I don't think you should be nervous.
Not nervous. It's not the word. I'm getting more anxious about it.
It's weird that there's only 2 teams left
yes.
that don't have managers.
And it's us and the Rockies.
I don't think you're competing necessarily with the Rockies for candidates.
Correct.
Like, I don't know. I'm just not that worried about it. I won't speak for you guys, but doesn't it just feel like you want them to make the right decision? Like,
I do.
What changes today if they announce a manager signing in the next 24 hours? Like, nothing really changes.
You feel a little bit better, I think.
They're not going to start signing guys tomorrow because they hired a manager today.
Yeah.
And they're not going to start the season without a manager.
Correct.
Like,
that would be fun.
That would be interesting.
But
what's the rush?
What
are the possibilities? Why is it taking longer for the Padres than other teams?
Don't know.
I don't know the answer either. They were talking to guys that have already signed with other teams.
Here are some theories. First,
I'm Woods. That's Paul. That's Ben.
Hi. First, they wanted to wait because they were interviewing someone who was still competing in the postseason. Don Mattingly, we talked about his name, was bench coach for the Toronto Blue Jays, has been a manager before. You don't have a lot of candidates that we've heard of with managerial experience. He would be one, perhaps would be worth talking to. Did they wait around to make sure they got a full interview process with him? That's one option. Option number 2, they did, target a specific candidate, a potential future Hall of Famer, but are having trouble reaching contract agreements.
That's an option.
An outline of what a coaching staff might look like. And, the details are sometimes kind of difficult to overcome. The last few, things that you need to iron out haven't been ironed out. And so they may need to pivot or they may need to just clear those hurdles before they can announce a managerial hiring. I tend to think that that's one of the more likelier possibilities here, that the Padres are simply trying to iron out the details, that they may have already made their selection and are just trying to figure out how to get it done. Now, if it doesn't work out, I know you're feeling nervous. Is that a disaster? It's not as though other candidates like Ruben Niebla or Nick Hundley are automatically disastrous choices. And there's no guarantee that Albert Pujols is the right choice either for the San Diego Padres. We don't really know. I do know, though, that all 3 of those people are very, very well thought of in baseball circles and have at least the foundation of what it would take to be a very good manager. Will they be the right manager for this team in this situation? I don't know. If it was easy to hire a manager, AJ Preller wouldn't have had to do it 6 times or however many times he's done it. It's not easy to get the right person, but I like the candidate list that they've put together at this point of guys that I'm hearing about.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's more of me wanting some good news or something to get excited about, instead of you, Darvish, going down with an injury, being out for the year. I mean, look, you just had to sit through another Dodgers World Series win. That sucks. You want some good news for your team. I think that's only a natural human emotion. I don't think it's nervous in the fact that they're not going to get a manager. I know they will. But
just wait for the mystery candidate to actually be the one that gets it. Yeah. You won't even be happy about it.
Look, dude, we've been covering this team a long time together, and every year we have our potential targets of who this team gets, and they never get any of them. Ever. We never know what AJ, we never speculated, oh yeah, Freddie Fermin will be here, or they should target Mason Miller. You never had any Juan Soto. You're like, this is a pipe dream. And he surprises us every time. So again, I think the other thing too is we talked to Eric Krupner 10 days or so ago, maybe more. There's been no extension for AJ Preller either. So that's the other thing I'm kind of wondering, like,
as far as we know,
what is happening? That's kind of it's a little bit a feeling of unease, and I think that's okay. I think if fans feel uneasy, it's the San Diego Padres. You probably should. You should. We should. I think we should all be a little bit used to the uneasiness right now. But it never, you never are really used to covering this team and being a fan of this team. It is always going to throw you for a loop at times.
Anthony Dooming in the chat says Padres are a complete disaster. Do you think Albert Pujols would even entertain becoming the manager of a team that is perceived as a complete disaster?
It's just hard.
I don't think so.
It's hard for me to look at, at least a top 5 of Toddy and Merrill and Manny and Xander and Laureano and call that a disaster. A disaster would be way different than that, in my opinion. That's how I feel. So Anthony, it's in his name, Anthony Dooming. So he's going to doom. That's okay. Anthony, you can doom. I'd like to bolster the rotation, bolster the bullpen, and bolster the lineup, and then let the chips fall where they may, because that's what you have to do as a baseball fan. I don't feel like we're in the Rockies situation. I don't feel like we're in the Pirates situation. I don't feel like we're, there's a lot of teams well below that would kill to have what you have. And that's kind of how I feel, at least as a fan. But yeah, I'm interested to see if at all these puzzle pieces fit together with a Preller extension, with a manager hire that excites and rejuvenates the team and the fan base, all of that. That's okay. That's what I'm looking for.
Remember that whenever a manager, jumps in and, you start hearing him talk for the first time, you may change your perspective entirely as well. The Twins are a team not in a great situation.
Yeah.
They fire sailed. They fired Rocco Baldelli. They hired Derek Shelton, who had just had a, fairly unsuccessful run with the Pirates. I heard Derek Shelton talking on MLB radio. This guy's great.
Sounds great. I know. I saw the same thing.
Great.
Sounds fantastic.
He's fantastic. I mean, he certainly can talk the right game. Seems like he's got a really good head on his shoulders.
No question.
If I was now a Twins fan,
you'd be like,
this morning, I'd
I'm
be
sold.
like pretty excited. Like,
yeah.
Right, Derek Shelton's my manager. Wouldn't have said that 5 days ago, but now I'd be like, okay, I can get behind this guy. I like what I'm hearing. We'll have similar moments with the Padres managerial choice. You'll either love it when you hear it, you'll hate it when you hear it. 2 days later, you'll have a completely different opinion after their introductory press conference. And then, 1 month into the season, you'll have a whole different opinion based on how the team's playing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's such is the life of a baseball fan.
And whatever you thought on day one will have been long forgotten.
Yeah, for sure.
But they do need to eventually get this.
They do. They do. They absolutely need to figure that out at some point. And yeah, you'd love to see a team on opening day that gets you excited. And I think you'll have one.
It's almost impossible to put together a team
yeah.
that's not going to get me excited. As you said, the lineup is almost set now.
Yeah, it really is.
The pitching staff isn't great, but you throw that out with Nick Pivetta on opening day and what they have right now. I'm excited about that game for sure. I'm nervous about what else is to come after that.
Right.
But right now, I'm excited about that. That bullpen, that lineup, and Nick Pivetta on the mound. I think the Padres are favorites. Who are they playing on opening day? I forget.
Oh, they're playing
Tigers.
The Tigers.
Tarek Skubal.
All right.
Tough matchup, but I like the Padres' chances at home on opening day.
Bolder man than I am. Right now, who's Woods dooming right now?
Like, we really got to make those predictions today.
Yeah, right. Jack Flaherty probably game 2. You feel like you can win that one. He just opted.
He did
re-up
with the Tigers. Yep.
Yeah, Ben Journo, it's hard. He nails it. He said 6 years ago, this organization was trash. We would die for what we have now, and we got greedy. 100%. It's hard to say that every day without sounding like a homer, but I feel that as a fan. I feel that 100%.
But it's okay to want more now, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's absolutely okay to want more. That was the point. The Padres wanted you to want more, and they were successful, and now you want more.
Yep.
By the way, when they win the World Series, you're going to want another one.
No question. I always said one's enough.
No,
it's not.
It's not. You will want another one. I promise. You said that many times. You always say that. Yeah. Once they get their one, I'm happy.
I think you'll be pretty happy.
You'll
for
be
a while,
happy,
though.
but you'll want another one pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
But at least you'll be able to say,
we got
yes,
one.
We got one.
Yeah.
Sure, it's better than not having one, but you're not going to want a 6-year rebuild after the first World Series title. You'll give them
No, but I don't want a 6-year rebuild after not winning a World Series either.
Well, it's like a Jets fan tweeted yesterday. If you're not with us, if you weren't with us at the rebuild, don't be here with us with the rebuild. Like they just keep rebuilding and rebuilding. It's one of the most clever tweets I've ever seen on the planet because they unloaded a lot of talent. They got a lot of draft picks back, and I was crying laughing when I saw it. Where is it? I retweeted it. That's how good it was. And I'm not a Jets fan by any stretch. Oh, if you weren't with the Jets during the rebuild, don't be with us during the rebuild because that's what they do. They just keep rebuilding. So Paulie, it's a really astute point that you make. But yeah, it is tough. It is tough.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line. We're going to play some Take on Woods in our next segment. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. More Padres talk on the way. Have we seen the last of Seidler Way in a San Diego Padres uniform?
Feels like it.
I kind of disagree. I've got my own take on that. I've got my own take on that. I was surprised when they didn't pick up his fairly small option, but I think there's a pretty good explanation. We'll get into all of that coming up after a check of traffic. More Ben and Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3. The Fan. First, though, we're getting a little closer to another weekend of football action. If you haven't done so yet, download the Prize Picks app. Daily fantasy. You're watching sports anyway. You might as well make it work for you. Turn it into some real money while you're watching sports. Just open up the app like I'm doing right now on my phone. You can click on NBA. You can click on NFL, football, whatever, and take a look at what they've got offering. You're picking stats, more or less, on some of your favorite players, starting with Thursday night. Bo Nix, 217.5 passing yards, more or less. James Cook, 83.5 rushing yards, more or less. That one's on Sunday. You can just go up and down, and the more you put in, the more you can win. So 6 people in your lineup, you can win big, or just go with a smaller lineup. 2, try to win a smaller amount, win more lineups that way. Just make sure when you download the app, you use the code KWFN. You're going to get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup at Prize Picks. When you win, you can get your money fast. Make your request. You can up and download money with Apple Pay, Venmo, and MasterCard quickly and easily with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Well, guests, I'm Ben Woods, appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Congratulations again to San Diego FC forward Anders Dreyer, who today was named to the 2025 MLS Best 11.
Nice.
I guess that would be the equivalent of like first team All-Pro in Major League Soccer. They, of course, he was already named the newcomer of the year in MLS yesterday and is up for the most valuable player award that hasn't been announced yet, although odds are still fairly in Messi's favor on that one. But still,
not as much as you would think. I think.
Tremendous season for Anders Dreyer. He is just, you know what has impressed me, and I've only talked to him a couple of times going down to practice, but the guy, he loves being out there. Yeah. See, soccer's hard. They run 10 plus miles during a match.
Not for me.
And he's running all over the place. They never take him out.
No,
he wants
just grinds
to
it out.
play. There's no load management. He's like, hey, you want to sit out this midweek match because we got 2 matches this week? Nope. I want to play the whole thing. I'm out there for all 90 minutes and just run me my 20 miles this week. And he is just out there. The guy is a dude on the soccer pitch. And that doesn't mean the guys who come in and out aren't also dudes. They're sprinting around, and does make sense for players to, take a breather, but he's had very few. I think he's among the leaders in minutes played in MLS this season, and has just been a great, as your second designated player after Chucky, you couldn't have picked a better second player on your roster than Anders Dreyer. Of course, Sunday, SDFC will wrap up their first-round playoff series against the Portland Timbers.
There we go.
6 o'clock at Snapdragon Stadium, with the winner advancing to the conference semifinals. The loser going home. I'm not ready for the season to be over.
No, I'm not either, man.
All right, so
I'm
you
not
can
either.
you can go to San Diego State at Viejas at
2
2:00 on Sunday.
That's right.
Hit the trolley and head right on down to the Snap.
Okay, you can do this. You can watch the Wave play at noon on ABC against Portland in their playoff game.
Wow.
Then go to the San Diego State basketball game at 2, then hit the trolley and go down to the SDFC game
There you go.
at 6:00 at Snapdragon Stadium. A very busy sports Sunday in San Diego.
Yokeled in the chat just set take on Woods at Woods minus 770 for this upcoming match. So I'm quite nervous.
Really?
Yeah,
Heavy
minus 7.
favorite.
That's a
Does he know something that
I have no idea.
category, whatever? We got a contestant
He's
on the line.
Feeling good. I'll leave.
Let's get to it. It is time to play Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. If you are gambling on Take on Woods,
seek help.
Seek help, please. Let's see. We got Patrick here as our contestant. Patrick, are you ready to play?
I am, and that line is incorrect.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here are your categories. Well, first of all, here's what you're playing for. If you can beat or tie Woods, you will go into our grand prize drawing for the month. It is a trip for 2 to see Sammy Hagar in Las Vegas. 2 tickets to the March 20th show at Dolby Live at Park MGM, a 2-night stay at Park MGM, and a $100 gas card. Check out Sammy's return to Las Vegas. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Here are the categories, Patrick. We got Do the Do, 5 song titles that begin with the word do. Bye, 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 5 song titles, and artists, all whose second word is by. So blank by blank, essentially. And then our new category is the starting line. It's all 2-second songs, and all 5 song titles include some form of the word start. So Do the Do, Bye, 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 or the starting line. Patrick, what would you like to play?
Do the do.
Do the do. Okay, today we're looking for 5 song titles that begin with the word do. D-O, not D-E-W. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First questions are 2-second song. Paulie will play you a little music. You need to give me that song title and the artist. You go first. Woods goes second. You know how it works, Patrick. You ready to play?
I
am.
Benny, I want to just make sure I cue this.
All right, make sure you get the right song at the right moment. Paulie doesn't want to mess anything up. Again, the category is Do the Do. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. Paul, you are ready now?
Yes.
All right, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Patrick. Let's take on Woods.
Do you really want to hurt me, Culture Club?
Correct. Which 1972 Steely Dan classic includes the lines "Wheel
Do it
Turning"?
again.
Correct. Built around a stomping guitar riff, which 2013 Grammy-nominated song by the Arctic Monkeys became the band's first charting hit in the United States.
Do I want to know?
Correct. Which 1965 debut single by the Lovin' Spoonful was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002?
Do you believe in magic?
Correct. And Manfred Mann sings There She Was, just a walking down the street singing what in a 1964 hit for the win, Patrick?
Do I diddy diddy?
Diddy. He is such a Hall of Famer at this game. Whoever set the odds, bad odds setting today.
Yeah.
Patrick, congratulations. You are qualified. The only question is, can Woods match you? Let's bring him back in. Give him the same 5 questions in the same 60 seconds. Well done, Patrick. All right, Patrick's score is locked in. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Woods, always a little more difficult without the category. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Patrick.
That's Culture Club. Do you really want to hurt me?
Correct. Which 1972 Steely Dan classic includes the line, "Wheel turning round and round, you go back, Jack."
Do it again.
Correct. Built around a stomping guitar riff, which 2013 Grammy-nominated song by the Arctic Monkeys became the band's first charting hit in the United States.
Do I want to know?
Correct. Which 1965 debut single by the Lovin' Spoonful was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002?
Pass.
Manfred Mann sings There She Was, just a walking down the street singing what?
Do-a-diddy. Diddy Dum Diddy
Diddy
Do.
is fine. That's good. Which 1965 debut single by the Lovin' Spoonful was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002.
Might be important. Oh, you bastard. You
better go quick.
Do you like my tape?
Oh, that is not correct, which means Patrick has won today's game 5-4.
770.
Wow.
The sports books are in chaos right now.
I'm broken.
Major payouts.
God, what a
Congratulations.
Jeez.
Do you believe
In
in
magic? I don't actually anymore.
That category was Do the Do.
That's
All
tough.
song titles beginning with
Patrick
Do.
flew through that.
Did he?
Yeah, he is a
Didn't
Hall
even
of Famer.
hesitate.
He is a Hall of Fame. We may need to bring him in for the extravaganza or something. He's fantastic. Patrick, congratulations. Paulie will get your information during the break, and we will get you into the drawing for the trip to Sammy Hagar in Las Vegas.
So washed. So washed.
You ever think about
770.
when do we retire? Is this the last year of Take on Woods?
I
Do we have
don't-
another year in?
Come up with a new game, and I'm down.
I don't know. I
like playing it, but
I'm asking the tier ones.
Hmm.
At some point, everything runs its course, but we can keep going.
We
as
hear
well.
all sorts of criticism, and I get a lot of people that say they love to play Take on Woods in the car.
They like to play
I
it
know.
along.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people who were mad when we moved it back an hour to start this year,
Yeah.
but it's gone well. I mean, we're almost a year into the new time slot at 8:20.
Yeah, I was gonna bang it at the beginning of the year, and then we didn't come up with anything else. So
It's true. I don't mind doing it. I think it's a fun game.
I like it too.
I just don't know how long. Is this, years and years? We're probably about 4 or 5 years in to Take on Woods.
Once I agree to just take on Ben's sports trivia, that's when I've given up. I've thrown in the towel, and I'm just here to get a paycheck.
Well, I will keep brainstorming as always.
How about this? Take on Ben instead of music, it's sandwiches. Corned beef.
Describe what's
Reuben.
on
Yeah. Oh God, look at him.
Oh, wow.
Shaved beef, onions, green peppers.
Chicken Caesar wrap.
Wrong. I can do this. Let me come up with some. Well, we'll come up with some sandwiches, and we'll do Take on
Torpedo,
Ben.
hoagie,
sandwich,
hero.
sandwich version. Fancy restaurants. What else could you? What would you do great in other than sports? Take sports out. What would you do?
That's a good question. No sports.
No sports. So if you had to do a trivia, what would you do it on? Well, what would be your area of focus?
If you did trivia night with some friends,
Yeah.
where would you be the guy for what?
So I'd be good at pop culture,
TV theme songs, things like that.
It's not gonna last very long.
That's true. There's only so many.
I hope
out
you get
there.
that one category.
Yeah, right. Like if you had to do
History,
I do this we do this every day.
Food is definitely a good one for me.
Okay, that'd be tough.
Yeah.
What else?
Chain restaurants.
No.
I don't
Again,
know. I
it's
don't
got to
have-
be like a thing.
I know.
Like a genre. Like if you asked me to do it on
art, no.
Art, no.
Literature, no.
Geography would be
geography.
You would crush it.
Geography would be pretty good for me.
I am
Were you a
bad.
poli-sci major? Like you talk about,
Geography would be good.
branches of the government.
History would be okay,
Oh,
but
God.
geography, I think I'd do better than the average bear.
Really?
Yeah.
Geography.
I love maps. Always
Oh,
love
yeah,
maps.
you do. You know what
Sports
always
junkie in the chat says S&M.
S&M?
Yeah, you would ace that category.
Sexual proclivities. He crushes it. Ball gag. Hood mask.
All right, let's take a time out.
Topography.
When we come
Topography
back,
trivia. Yes.
one of the most successful organizations in baseball in recent years is trying to steal away a Padres employee, and none of you out there could care in the slightest. Why is that? We will talk about it coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, Woods and I will tell you about Trust and Will seeing the commercials. I think there was one during the San Diego State game last night as I was watching. TrustandWill.com is the place to get your estate documents done without going to a lawyer's office, all the billable hours, the hassle involved. You do it from home on your own computer in less than an hour, and they're just as legally binding as if you went to the most prestigious law firm and had it done.
That's exactly right. And again, I talk often about the ease of use. It's very simple for people like me that are not great with things like that. Not great with technology, but man, they make it really simple, and it's very affordable to do so as well. So go to trustandwill.com, use the code radio20 when you check out for 20% off of your trust or will. Just gives you that peace of mind. You can sleep a little bit better knowing my family's taken care of if something should happen.
Probate court is not where you want to leave your family when you are gone. It can take months to settle, very expensive process, and all avoidable with a trust. Again, go to trustandwill.com, use code radio20 at checkout at trustandwill.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
You have kids.
Do. There's something.
One thing about kids, they can be completely uninterested in something. But if their sibling wants it,
then they want it.
Then they want it too.
I had this feeling yesterday, my friend. That's exactly the feeling that I had. It made me, out of all the stuff that came out yesterday, all of it, this is the one that made me go, wait. I even tweeted, wait a minute.
Are we missing something good
What
here?
are we missing?
What are we missing here? Before we
Oh.
get to it, an important message first from Odyssey. This holiday season, too many San Diegans will go hungry. Join 97.3 The Fan and support the San Diego Food Bank. Donate food directly online through our Odyssey San Diego Food Fund, where every donation helps feed local families. Go to 973thefansd.com and give today. Will the Padres be giving their hitting coach to the Houston Astros? Reported yesterday that the Astros are targeting Victor Rodriguez. To become their new hitting coach. The same Victor Rodriguez that it feels like the entire Padres fan base could not get rid of faster at the end of this season.
Now, if it had said, let's be honest here. If it had said the Pittsburgh Pirates are actively looking for Victor Rodriguez to be their hitting coach, we'd go, okay. If they had said the Colorado Rockies, the Cincinnati Reds, who were a playoff team, by the way, one of those teams, Ben, does that change it for you? I think it does. The fact that it was the Houston Astros.
You can accuse the Astros of a lot of things, including massive cheating.
Correct.
Can't accuse them of being dumb.
Correct.
They are a smart organization.
They typically make good decisions. Better decisions than our franchise sometimes. So I saw
does
this.
At least give you a little pause.
It gave me massive pause, and I went, hey. I had that thing of like, well, if they want him, then we should want him. But apparently we still don't. And people think that he is the reason that the Padres had, a disappointing season offensively. And again, the approach, we've talked about it over and over. We've talked about some of the he hasn't done a ton of interviews, but the ones that he has, he said, we don't prioritize home runs here. We prioritize hitting the ball hard in the gaps, and home runs will come.
Remember, that's not necessarily a Victor Rodriguez philosophy.
That's kind of a baseball philosophy.
Well, I think that was also a group decision by the San Diego Padres, looking at their ballpark and going, swinging for the fences at Petco Park's kind of dumb because the marine layer and the weather and the ball doesn't fly very well, and we got a deep park. Now, Minute Maid Park, or what do we call it now?
I don't know.
Daikin Park. Daikin Park. Completely different. Yeah. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can do shallow fly ball, and that thing might go out in the Crawford boxes in left field. So, it requires perhaps a bit of a different hitting strategy playing in a different home ballpark.
So here's the other thing I saw when I tweeted that. They said, oh, get ready to learn how to bunt, Astros. And I said, I'm not going to put that on Victor Rodriguez.
The manager also has a say in some things like that.
I would actually say the sacrifice bunting, I would say that almost exclusively came from our former skipper, Mike Schilt. I would, based on where he came from, based on conversations we had with him, based on the fact that the personnel at the beginning of the year, you looked at that and you went, I do what you got to do to score a run. I get it. Based on the fact that he had this elite bullpen, and sometimes one run was enough. Based on all of those factors, I'm not putting that on Victor.
I don't think it was said enough, but you just made the point. Mike Schilt had a different team after the trade deadline.
He sure
the one
did.
before
and
the
he
team.
kept it the
but
exact
he played
same.
the same way as before.
Correct.
And he didn't adjust to better personnel
Correct.
the way perhaps he should have adjusted to the better personnel he was given.
I know nothing about managing at that level. I know nothing about hitting at that level. I know nothing about that level. But I do know that. I do know you got a better defensive first baseman and you sat him on the bench. I know that.
I do know the one player that you added that produced the most, Ramon Laureano, was asked to bunt once, and he didn't.
Correct. He said, I'm not doing it.
And he won the game.
Correct.
By not doing it.
By
If you remember.
literally ignoring the sign.
Remember his son? I don't know the signs yet. I just got here.
Elite. Elite. So I don't know that philosophy came from Victor Rodriguez. Okay. The other thing I weighed in my head was, well, he was pretty damn good his first year.
He was.
Second year, not so much. Are we going to abandon it every 2 years? If you don't get 2 consecutive good years, are you out of a job? Maybe that's just how coaching is these days.
That's how managing is with the San Diego Padres.
That's how managing is.
Jace Tingler, good 2020, bad 2021, out of a job. Bob Melvin, good 2022, not as great 2023, out of a job. Mike Schilt, good 2024, contract extension. Out in the first round of the playoffs in 2025, taking himself out of the job.
Satan's Blowfish nails this. I mean, can't help but look sideways at how Laureano was hitting 7th routinely. Again, I've never managed at the big league level, but I got to imagine that and I asked him about the conversation with Luis Ariz. Would that be a difficult conversation for you to tell him he's moving down in the order? And he flat out said, yeah, it would be. The guy's a 3-time batting champion. What am I going to tell him? And that's a quote. And so it's not that the questions weren't asked. The questions we didn't get the answer we wanted, and we didn't get the results we wanted. We had the worst production from a 2-hole hitter, maybe in baseball, all year long. And they steadfastly stuck to their guns and did it much to our detriment. And
Is it easier for someone like Albert Pujols to have that conversation than
I
it
think
would be
might,
for someone like Mike Schilt?
I think it might be.
Not a knock on Mike Schilt. He's gotten so much out of his career. Incredible career that he's had.
Yeah.
But does Albert Pujols come in and go, yeah, you could win 10 batting titles. I think you should be batting 7th.
You're
batting
hitting 7th. But potentially.
I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not.
But again,
it feels like it might be.
A first-year manager with no experience, albeit a guy on his way to the Hall of Fame. How does that happen? We don't know. And only Albert Pujols or anybody else knows how that's going to be. But I do know that Victor, the fact that the Astros want him gives me pause. I'll just be honest. I went, wait, he's ours. Now I'm like, all right, well, who's it going to be?
There was one other thing that I felt was very important about that nugget about the Houston Astros when it comes to the Padres, and I will share that with you right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by California Office of Traffic Safety and Caltrans. Well, we were seeing some improvements on the roads, but now we got a few new problems here, guys. One of them is this accident northbound 805, right before Plaza Boulevard. Couple cars involved in that tangle. They're over to the right shoulder. Also, southbound 125 just past the 8 collision over to the right shoulder. And getting reports of a collision on westbound 8 right past Severin. A couple vehicles involved in this one. They're over to the right shoulder, but watch out for some debris reported in lanes.
My mom, my dad, works for Caltrans. On the freeway, right next to speeding cars. Please be careful. Flashing lights need move over. Brought to you by the kids of Caltrans.
So the other thing that story about the Astros targeting Victor Rodriguez told me, just in my experience covering baseball, there has already been some decisions made by the San Diego Padres. They may not have announced a manager hiring or a coaching staff yet, but behind the scenes, they may already be formulating one that may not include Victor Rodriguez.
Yeah,
and when other
true.
teams start hearing that, that's when you start getting leaks about, okay, yeah, we're targeting him. Well, why are you targeting him? Well, he knows he doesn't have a place on the coaching staff. I could be wrong about that, but that was my first instinct was, why is this story coming out today?
Right.
From the Houston Astros perspective? Do they know something that perhaps the rest of us do not know? And that is the Padres are about to announce some changes to their coaching staff to go along with a new manager.
Right, correct. And I did see people yesterday, and it made me curious. I did see people say, man, let Yachty be the hitting coach. If Yachty and Albert are a package deal, I always pictured him as more of like a bench coach, certainly. And I looked up his hitting profile. Good hitter, man. Batted, career hitter, 277. Obviously, glove was the hugest, most insane catcher, maybe we've seen of our generation for real. His profile is hard middle. That's where he lived. He pulled a little bit. He went up a little bit. You know where he lived? He lived hard middle. And it's just a philosophy that works for baseball. But at Petco Park, there's got to be, I think, based on all the experts we've talked to, a little bit more pull side power for guys like Fernando, guys like Manny, pull side Ramon Laureano, when he would get one, he would pull it. There's got to be some more pull side power at Petco Park. Other teams did it. How many balls do you see flying out right over Laureano's head out there from other teams. We did get out-homered at Petco Park by our opponents by about 14, I think, last year. So, yeah, I'm not saying we don't need a change at all, but it did give me a little pause when I saw that the Astros, just a great organization. Look, you can, like you said, you can say what you want about what they did in the past, but they're a good organization. They're very heavy, analytically minded. They know what they want to do and how to win, and they do it. They've lost good players, and they still find a way to win games. And so it gave me a little bit of a jump scare yesterday. And I don't know who the answer is, right? If you had said it's David Popkins before the beginning of the year, we would have gone, who the fudge is David Popkins? Now, after the Blue Jays run, everybody on the planet knows who David Popkins is. And that's how it works.
And he could have a bad season
Correct.
next year.
Correct.
That's coaching in baseball for you. A couple other Padres notes before the top of the hour. Had a few more decisions on contracts made yesterday. Mentioned Kyle Hart earlier. He was not had his option picked up, $5 million option for next year. Elias Diaz, $7 million option was not picked up for next year. And Tyler Way, just a $1 million option for next year, was declined. Does that mean we've seen our last T-Wade, high T, in the Padres clubhouse? I don't know that that's the case. I think Tyler Wade, if he doesn't get a job somewhere else, will probably have a spring training invitation for the San Diego Padres. But
loves it here.
You're not locked into $1 million salary. If he doesn't make the team, you're on the hook for nothing. If you pick up his option, you pay him $1 million, whether or not he makes the team or not. In this scenario, you can invite him to camp. You can see him in spring training. And if he makes the team, you sign him to a minimum deal. If he gets better elsewhere, more power to you, Tyler Wade. Good luck with your new organization. But if he doesn't, my guess is
he didn't even get much to work off of this year,
No.
like to even sell himself to another
my
team.
guess is he will have a spot with the San Diego Padres if he wants it next season.
Don't know what happened there either.
Just kind of fell off the radar and never heard from him again.
It was the beginning of the year. Wadey does this. Wadey does that. Wadey's always
Well, at the beginning of the year, he wasn't even on the team. And then
you know what I mean.
They brought him up.
When
And
they
yeah,
brought
he
him
had
up.
that streak where it seemed like he was contributing to a win 2 times a week.
Yeah.
There
which
were
was
like
amazing.
several weeks, I feel like, where we were lobbying, like, just throw him out in left field. It
Yeah.
can't be any worse than what we got.
Yeah, that's
Like,
exactly right. Many times I said, the guy always does something weird to help you win a ball game, whether he hits like a chopper and beats it out or drops a bunt down or something. But he is, maybe that's the option.
I also would not be surprised if both Elias Diaz and Kyle Hart have similar futures. If they can shop around, if they have a deal somewhere, go for it. If not, welcome to non-roster invitation Peoria 2026. And if you make the team, you're not getting $7 million, but we'll find a salary for you to back up Freddie Fermin again next year, Elias Diaz. I don't think they disliked Elias Diaz or would be mad to have him back, but they're not going to pay him $7 million.
No, nor should
to come
they.
and back up Freddie Fermin next year. And they're not going to pay Kyle Hart $5 million to compete for the 6th starter's job, for the Padres. They can invite him back, and then if he makes the team, you give him a much lower salary. So none of those decisions are, we're wiping our hands of these guys. We can't stand you anymore. It's simply a financial, it doesn't make sense to pay you this amount when there's no one else who's clamoring to pay you that anywhere else. So let's just wait and be patient, and then we can make a decision when we get closer to spring training.
Agreed.
I think is the same for all 3 of those guys, actually.
Agreed. And, you'll have a bunch more guys like that.
Around baseball.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
around baseball. Non-roster invites for the Padres, invitees.
We always focus on the list. Top 50 free agents. Remember, there will be hundreds of free agents, and most of them won't have a job until closer to spring training. They'll be looking for a non-roster invite or a minimum type salary somewhere. And, those guys can often be Gavin Sheets, can be important members of a productive team. You got to get those right as well.
I just can't stress enough how happy I am that, our opening day lineup is not going to include, a Jason Hayward or Yuli Gurriel. No offense meant to those guys. They're on the back one of their, there's one hole left. They're on their way to the 19th hole, and those guys were getting regular playing time at the beginning of the season. And so I'm
you have
just
no gaping lineup holes.
Correct. I mean, there's
like you did last year in left field.
Right. Like you can put, you're fine.
And behind the plate.
And behind the plate and in the outfield. You're fine. Like that makes me feel so much better right now. I don't know.
Go get a first baseman.
Go get a first baseman.
Reindl Report coming up.
Some weird Weird stuff.
Weird, wild stuff.
We
says
forgot
Not
Johnny
that
Carson.
weird, though. I guess if you think about it, when it's Tom Brady, anything's possible.
Don't forget, when we come back, top of the hour, our next biggest fan announcement. We're 2 for 2. Will we be 3 for 3 when we come back next year with Benna Woods on 97.3 The Fan? Final hour of Ben and Woods. All guests on the program appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And before we do anything else, it is time to announce our first biggest fan of the day. Listen 3 times throughout the day, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. for your chance to qualify for our grand prize drawing, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff coming up next season. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 and officially qualify. So today's first biggest fan is Faith Alexander from Santee. All right, Faith, you are on the clock. We are 2 for 2 so far. If you just heard your name, if you are Faith, 833-288-0973, and it's not too late to get your name in at 973thefansd.com/biggest fan.
Do it
right now. And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, all right.
All right. What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
What's up with you, man? Jeez.
Elite.
Go back and listen to Don't Do This if you missed it this
Elite
morning.
audio this morning.
All right, let's get started here. A little college football for you guys. The first college football playoff rankings were announced yesterday. Not a ton of surprises. Ohio State, number 1.
Man.
Indiana at 9-0, right behind them at number 2.
That's fun.
Texas A&M, Alabama, and Georgia round out your top 5. That is the college football playoffs. They did their whole unveiling yesterday on ESPN. In the AP top 25, couldn't remember if we mentioned it or not this week. San Diego State coming in at number 29.
Man.
Receiving 30 votes. They're in the others receiving votes category now. Which
Getting
is,
more.
Hey,
they're getting more others receiving votes every week.
That ain't
a week
nothing.
or 2 away of perhaps cracking the top 25. I did notice in the college playoff rankings, the highest ranked 2-loss team in America, number 10, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I thought maybe they'd be done.
I did too, but you look at the losses, 4 points total to
Miami,
Miami
Texas
and
A&M.
A&M. And A&M's in the, number 3?
They're number 3. Miami did suffer a loss and dropped to number 18.
It was so weird, me screaming at the TV, rooting so hard for Miami to win, and that dude that I really don't like, their quarterback. But you need him to win at this point. But yeah, I'm a little surprised.
There are 6 SEC teams in the top 12.
Just means more.
Now, that doesn't mean they'd all make the playoff because remember, conference champions, the top 5 conference champions all make the playoff.
Yep.
And the top team in like the ACC is all the way down at number 14, Virginia. So
Yep.
they'd hop in. And then there's the top team in either the American or the Mountain West, none of which were even ranked, I believe. So you have to go down below the rankings to find a team like Memphis, I believe,
yeah.
or even San Diego State is not out of the picture when it comes to the college football playoff because of that rule that the top 5 conference champions all get a spot in the 12-team tournament.
Yeah, right. It says if the playoffs started today, which of course things will change, but if they started today, the way it's set up is they put Memphis in as that team from the group of 5.
Correct, because they're the highest ranked.
They would face number 5, Georgia in their first round match.
Yeah, number 11, Virginia would face number 6, Ole Miss, correct? And that would knock Texas and 12 out of the playoff, even though they were in the top 12.
Memphis, Georgia, Virginia versus Ole Miss, Notre Dame at BYU, Oregon, Texas Tech is how it's set up right now.
I mean, look, you look at the where it stands right now, it's hard to wrap your head around anything other than Ryan Day hoisting that trophy again. It really, really is. They really look far and above.
I mean,
the best.
Indiana's a
really
good team.
too.
I don't
They
think
are.
they're not
Are they
beating
playing
Ohio
each
State.
other in the regular season?
I don't.
Do they?
No, they do not. I mean,
That'd be a great story.
I guess they can play in the Big Ten championship game,
Yep.
and they're
Yeah.
on track to do so. 2 undefeated teams meeting in the Big Ten championship game for the number 1
Like
seed
where you put where you,
in the tournament in a bye.
It's cool. Indiana's awesome. The guy's great. Kurt Signetti's awesome. Amazing what he's done with that program. What's the spread? 21?
No.
14?
No.
14 and a half?
Maybe 12 and a half.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Ohio State is a juggernaut.
I mean, yeah, they
juggernaut.
are. They're 8-0. Their last 4 regular season games at Purdue versus UCLA, home against Rutgers, and then they do have number 21 Michigan at the end of the year.
Okay. Always a battle.
Yeah. All right. Kind of a weird story, sports-ish, just because it's involving a former athlete and Tom Brady. So,
man,
this is
a weird one, guys.
Yeah, in this world of AI and not knowing what's real, and it's like you're starting to see like stuff from movies, 20 years ago. Like I saw
Like Pet Sematary.
Yeah, yes, I saw a couple of weeks ago that like home robots like can clean your house now, and they look. I'm like, that's iRobot. I saw that movie, and
The Jetsons, remember
I want
Rosie?
nothing to do with that.
Everyone wanted a Rosie.
We're walking around, watching Waymos, driving with nobody in it.
Come to San Diego next year.
Where was I recently? Oh, it was in Arizona. Waymos everywhere, just all through our Airbnb neighborhood. Waymos everywhere.
Just an aside, I saw that there was one of those driverless cars. It ran a stop sign or something, and the cop pulled it over, and there was like, who do I give it to?
Well, and then in Arizona, they just get tickets sent to them in the mail. That's how that works there.
So Tom Brady, we're living. The future is now. He had a dog named Lua, who passed away in 2023. And it says here that Lua's spirit lives on in Tom Brady's new dog, Junie. But Junie is not like a puppy of Lua. Junie is Lua's clone.
So they took the DNA from his dog, cloned a new dog.
The blood, the DNA from the blood.
Yeah, I got a picture up on the stream if you're watching. The dog on the left is Lua, and then on the right is Junie, which is a clone of his dog that passed away a couple of years ago. Tom Brady said in a statement, you tell me if Tom Brady actually wrote this or if the company wrote it, because not only is he a client of this company, Colossal Biosciences, he's also an investor in the company. So he was working with them.
He's also a clone.
He also has a lot of conflicts of interest.
Right.
Tom Brady.
He really
His whole
does.
life is a conflict of interest.
His statement was, quote, "I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed. I'm excited how this new technology can help both families losing their beloved pets while helping to save endangered species."
There's so many dogs that need help. There's no shortage of dogs that need a good home. That's what gets me.
I see certainly the appeal.
I do too.
You love your dog. You love its personality. And you can sort of guarantee that if you raise the dog the same way, that they're wired exactly the same, because it's a clone. You're pretty much going to get the exact same dog that you had before. Like same kind of looks and everything.
Can you see a world in 10 years, like if this technology, I guess, develops, evolves and everything, where like this isn't as weird as it is today as
Correct.
we're talking
Yeah,
about it?
Of course. I never thought I'd have a jukebox on my phone,
Right.
if I'm being honest with you. I never thought I would have an
million
actual
songs at your disposal.
jukebox.
Ultimately, though, I feel like you are cheapening the life of your beloved pet that you had by recreating them. I think
How
it makes
so?
it. I think it makes it less special. That was the one unique. That was
Yeah.
your pet. There was never another pet like your pet.
You can clone your grandma if you really love her.
There is a.
Is there a line? There is.
There is a slippery slope here.
I watched the movie Pet Cemetery, and he lost his son Gage, and he went and buried him in the pet cemetery.
Well, first, they buried the cat,
Right,
and the cat came back, and
it
the
wasn't
cat was
great.
weird, but it was just a cat.
Right, but it wasn't great.
No.
And then he takes Gage up there, and then Gage, his little sweet baby, it's one of the cutest kids I've ever seen, comes back, and he's a homicidal murderer. It's a risk you run. I would have done the same.
I don't think you're actually running that risk with cloning.
No,
I think it's fine. It's just it's a regular dog grown like with the rest of us from DNA strands that then turn into a dog.
Stop?
I don't think you're creating something evil. I just think you're taking away the uniqueness of all of us.
Yeah.
That's what makes us special and the same and different.
I just put a dog down a couple of months ago, and it was awful and heartbreaking, and I miss her still today and feel that void in our little family. At least right now, the way I mean, Ben, you are making a lot of sense because it just feels weird.
Yeah.
It feels too weird to clone. I don't know. I don't like it.
That's a good one. Just explore the science to figure out how to make my dog have the same lifespan that I do. 100%. Make them live as long. When I go, they go, right?
Instantly. That'd be scary too.
I mean, I love my cats, dude, but I'm not cloning any of those dudes. None of them.
Think about that. All right. So they come up with the technology. We can guarantee we've analyzed your DNA and we've made your dog's DNA that you and him will die at about the same time. And you're just like, you're happy, you're 50, you're running around, your dog just drops dead. Oh no! Oh no! What does this mean for me?
You gotta call Trust and Will. Make sure go to trustandwill.com. You just go to radio.
So yeah, Angela in chat. The Sixth Day, that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, they clone pets. That's how it starts. It leads very quickly into human cloning, and slippery slope.
It is very odd.
I don't like it.
And if anybody was going to do it, I think it would be Tom Brady.
If I just say like, okay, which athlete?
If it was athlete, I would say Tom Brady.
This?
Actor, Tom Cruise. Would 100% bought that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Finally, I almost did not bring up this story because I don't want to just be labeled now as we're doing is talking about weird food combinations.
Kind of what the Reindl Report
the third one in the last few days. But when I brought this one up during a commercial break, one of you gave me an interesting reaction. So we'll talk about it. Kraft has announced that they will be selling. You think Kraft? What do you think? Mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese. Delicious. Still elite.
Well, also the singles.
Sure.
Kraft singles.
Sure.
Kraft single.
No, we're talking mac and cheese here because Kraft, getting ready for the holidays here, has announced that they will be selling apple pie flavored mac and cheese over the holiday season. You can buy a package,
or is it
mac and cheese?
It's still mac and cheese.
Probably like some apple cinnamon spices.
It's
$1
or is it not sweet?
It's $1.48 for a single box at Walmart.com. I think they're only being sold online right now. And the website here says, here's the description: the flavors of dinner and dessert together at last.
Okay.
Just in time for Thanksgiving, Kraft apple pie flavored mac and cheese brings the comforting taste you love with a shockingly delicious, savory, and sweet pairing.
I've heard of people taking a slice of apple pie and melting cheddar cheese on top of it. It's always repulsed me to think about. This, I think I could try a bite of, and I don't think it would. But biting,
I've done cheddar cheese on apple pie. It's good.
I've never tried it. I've seen it. It looks horrible.
You also put cheese on fish, which is
tuna melt. Yeah, it's delicious. We had someone in our newsroom
fish
who
cheese
microwaved salmon.
When? Yesterday?
Oh my God. They should be arrested.
I'm so healthy. I have to eat my salmon.
Yeah. And then she started feeling bad about it because she realized it didn't smell bad. That's the thing. You like salmon.
I hate salmon.
You hate salmon. I like salmon.
I like salmon.
And I don't mind the smell of salmon, but it really doesn't belong in a workspace.
By the way, breaking news, Victor Rodriguez is gone.
To the Houston Astros?
All right.
Correct.
Yes, official. Kevin Acey just put that out there.
I'm glad we discussed it in our last segment and not now.
Watch them hit like 330 for the year.
Right.
With a bunch of bombs.
Tanks everywhere.
All right, so
tanks everywhere.
Apple pie mac and cheese.
No.
You've got like Cincinnati chili already has like cinnamon in it. We're talking like the cinnamon spices,
apple spice
in with the mac and cheese.
But it's all right.
Sweet and savory is fine. I mean, I don't think it's the worst sounding combination ever. Yeah, someone's audio is on somewhere.
Woods.
I'm assuming it's Woods. The whole segment.
Quiet. You're playing something.
I hear you.
No, I'm not.
I think you are.
You are. You definitely are.
Is it gone?
Yeah, now it is.
All right, I closed the ESPN.
like, I hear
Sorry.
something.
That's my fault.
The apple pie craft, they did have a clever video ad, a 15-second ad that accompanied this announcement. And to host the commercial, they hired Jason Biggs, the actor from American Pie. I guess all you can say is, if you know, you know.
Yeah,
if you've seen the movie American Pie. It makes a little bit more sense. Listen to the way the music changes as soon as he grabs the bowl of mac and cheese.
New Kraft mac and cheese apple pie flavor. It's shockingly delicious.
Puts the bowl down.
Okay, it was one pie.
It was.
People can change.
He's so old.
He is. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes, of course I saw that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Nadia?
Oh,
I'm human.
fair.
I love the whole series. All of the movies were
I
great.
liked 1 and 2 were pretty good.
Reunion was good. The Wedding was good.
I didn't like The Wedding. I will not let my kids watch that for many, many years. Many.
By the
I have
way,
standards.
it was ringing a couple of minutes ago. I think they just snuck in under the wire. So let's go out to line 1. Is this Faith?
This is her.
Hey,
Hi,
just
good
in the
morning.
nick of time. I saw it ringing, so I'm giving you credit for the 10 minutes because I think it was like 9:02 or 3 when I first said it, and you called in at like
You left her on
9:13.
hold that long?
I just saw it ringing. It was actually, she was ringing. And I looked like, I didn't even see whose name it was, but then it popped up. You are in. You have qualified for our biggest fan and the grand prize drawing. Congratulations. Thanks for listening for 97.3 The Fan.
Wait, what?
Thanks
Thank
for
you
listening
so much.
too. Yeah. You're welcome, Faith. Thank you.
Faith.
Thanks to listening for
Thanks
90.
for listening. Therefore, wherefore art thou listening to 97.3 The Fan?
Thanks to listening for 97.3 The Fan. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
And the
he's not going to stop.
Remember the Miss America candidate?
He's not going to stop.
With the where and the who fors and the
Yes.
why it alls. And thank you very much.
Yep. You are
World
on it.
peace. Thank you. All right, we'll come back. Oh, you wanted to play some audio. That's right. I remember.
We've been talking about
I knew
it.
this
We've
was
been
coming.
talking about it for months.
I knew this was
for
coming.
years.
That's fine.
You guys are gonna like this.
We
one.
finally have a short clip of Ben being the quintessential Ben.
But who is it on the other end?
It's unbelievable.
You'll find out coming up next with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, it is time for SDFatLoss.com. It's how I lost my 40 pounds in 60 days. Had a bunch of tier 1s still coming up to me yesterday when I was at the Aztecs game saying, God, you look great. How did you do it? I said, do you not listen? I did it with SDFatLoss.com. I did it with their coaching. I did it with their strategies. It's a doctor-developed program, jumpstarts your metabolism, and you can lose up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days with no injections, no side effects, no exercise required, no counting points or calories, and no prepackaged meals. You're just eating real food from the grocery store or even your favorite restaurant. They will teach you the steps to become a fat-burning machine. Just set up your free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. Follow my lead, Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, John Flint down the hall, so many others. Tier 1s, you've lost thousands of pounds in San Diego with, again, no exercise required. Just set up that free consultation now, and in the first week of the new year, you'll be down like I was, 10 to 20% of your body weight at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
So glad we got this because I've been imitating you for so long on your phone calls. And it happened again yesterday in the prod studio, and we only got the tail end of it. But it's enough. It's enough.
Well, I was we were finishing up our work. Yep. I had to get to my other job.
You had a couple spots to cut. So
I just wanted to keep moving. And the person on the other end knows me very well.
Yes.
And I feel comfortable that they understood why I was somewhat in a hurry.
Yes, but you're always somewhat in a hurry.
I'm always
Literally
busy.
every time we've ever had to speak with you on the phone,
it's all.
Is it that bad of a
rushing.
look? Do I need to reevaluate? Do I need to just stop?
I love it personally. I think it's the funniest.
More time.
I think it's the funniest thing on the planet when I call you. It's funniest.
I got a call. I answered it. We were in the production studio. Happened to be right in front of my microphone. It was still on.
Elbowed
Paulie just kept rolling on my end of a conversation with my mother, who just threw me the best birthday party a guy could ever wish for a couple of days ago.
I apologize, Kim, for him. I apologize that your son speaks to you in this manner.
Thank you for calling. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Are you kidding me? That's the. I feel so justified that, again, you said earlier, Woods has a tendency to embellish a story.
Nope.
No, I really, really don't. I really, really don't. That is the exact portrayal of what you sound like on the phone.
Thank you for calling. Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Sure.
Like he's in the dentist chair.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
You're unbelievable. I laugh. I go, Paulie, please tell me you got it. He's like, I got it. I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God.
Man.
You're a legend. Just a legendary.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Well, somehow I want it on a T-shirt. Like it's just the best.
Law says no love you to your mom. It's implied, obviously.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
understood. All right. Thanks. Bye. Yep.
Yeah. This is a good question. We don't do this anymore, but remember back in the day when you would have a certain allotment that you could talk on your cell phone.
Oh yeah, like
and if you went,
monthly
your
minutes
monthly
that
minutes
you had,
yeah, like your very first cell phone, you're like, bro, I am way over my minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I never went over my minutes.
So I was going to ask, did you go over your minutes once?
No, never. I was very careful to
Did
not
you?
go over
And I
minutes.
thought maybe that's why you just hate. Like you're a professional broadcaster. You talk all day, every day. You get this guy on the phone. You'd think it would be like a nice, smooth conversation. It's not.
That's part of it, though. When I'm talking, like right now,
Yeah, you like it.
no, I'm getting paid for it.
You're getting paid to talk.
When I'm on the phone, I am not getting paid a dime for
Not one
that.
dime.
So I'd like those conversations to be short. The free conversation. All right, thanks, bye. That's a free conversation. Start paying me. If you want to pay me for a long phone conversation, I will happily indulge you and listen and respond thoughtfully and slowly over a long period of time.
It's funny you mentioned that guy on Twitter yesterday. I saw this.
All right, thanks, bye. Now you're speeding it up. All right, thanks, bye.
I saw a tweet yesterday by a guy named Antonio Linares, and he's a financial advisor of some sort.
Sounds very handsome.
Yeah, he's all right. Just looks like a guy. Tweets this yesterday. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, you can now do so for just $14,999 an hour. I go, what the hell is this guy? So I clicked on his thing. Early and long-term investor. This is not financial advice. It's my only account. Please do your own research. But he has so much to offer. If you want an hour, it'll cost you $15,000. So I tweeted, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, you can do so for $13,999 an hour. Much better deal. Hope this works. Fingers crossed. I haven't gotten anybody. Now, if you're paying me $14,000 an hour,
it's like live Cameo. Now.
Could you imagine making money if you're like, hello, this is Ben. All right, it's Eddie. I paid my money. You're like, how's it going, Eddie? What's shaking? Yeah, the Aztecs did look good last night. I'm not going to get too excited about one game. Like, if they just wanted to pay you for an hour to talk sports, what do you think you could net? $50, $100? Would you do it for $100? Talk for an hour?
I don't know. Is this like a pay per minute service, like a 900 number?
This is
like
a
$4.99 a minute.
No, this is a flat fee
for 1 hour.
For 1 hour,
anything they want to talk about. For an hour.
I'm assuming they want to talk to him about financial advice.
But for me, what would it be? I mean,
just talk sports with Ben Higgins.
I guess so.
Maybe that's
the like live Cameo.
That's like the next big thing. Maybe we should get on the ground floor.
Talk live with actors, models.
Could you imagine, like your
athletes?
Like it's at night, and I tell my wife, like, "Hey, I booked 6 convos today."
Convo, I love that. Convo.com.
Convo.com. I booked 6 convos today, all for $199 each. An hour, 6 hours on the phone. Hello. Yes. Oh yeah. No, Bo is funny. No, it is. No, I do. I love coaching. It's great. What else you want? Here, I just been working on the Smith song on my guitar. I'll play that for you. What do you do?
Check out the lineup of athletes and stars we've amassed at convo.com.
That's right.
For just $200, a 1-hour conversation with some of your favorites. No topic off limits.
Yeah. Talk about topography. You could do that for an hour.
Sure.
But this guy's making, who's signing up for this? $15,000 for this guy. Mine's $14,000. So it's on the table. If anybody's interested, please DM me. I will take care of you expeditiously.
Feels like the best financial advice I could give would be don't pay $15,000 to talk to someone for an hour.
If you got $15,000, what do you need financial advice for?
Do they get on the phone with this person after dropping 15 G's and then they just go, he goes, yeah, you failed the first test. Never. Why would you ever do this?
Yeah.
That's terrible decision making.
Yokel wants to know, is that how OnlyFans works? I don't know. Ben?
I don't know. That's more. How did the 900 numbers work, though? They just automatically build your phone like Bill, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Put in a credit card number.
Did you have to put in a number?
Yes.
Or did it just go straight to your parents' bill at the end of the month?
Well, how would they know unless you gave them the number?
Well, no. I mean, like the
like
phone
from the
company,
home
like,
phone?
yeah, it just adds on to your bill at the end of the month as opposed to giving them
that was
a
one
credit
way.
card number.
That was one way.
Yeah.
They just bill your phone. And then the other way was you give a credit card.
You know from experience?
No, I have friends that did it.
You lying to us?
No, we're way late. We got to go to break here. So. Pitt starts to sweat.
Jesus. All right, we can spin the topic wheel, but I guarantee you the first question is, what are you talking about on 900 numbers? Coming up next with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Speaking of, money. Perfect. If you'd like to win some, or at least have a good time trying to win some, I can't guarantee you're going to win, obviously. Depends on which cards come out, but I can pretty much guarantee you'll have a good time and enjoy your experience at 7 Mile Casino. I always have. Every time I've gone down there, I walk in, I just feel comfortable. Like, yeah, this is where I want to play cards. Yep. It's light, it's bright. It's right there on San Diego Bay. It smells good inside 7 Mile Casino, and they treat you really well. They're friendly. They love the high limit action there as well. Lots of great reasons to go to 7 Mile Casino.
Smells way better than my car.
Yes,
at 7 Mile Casino. That is the truth. They got California style blackjack. They got Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, Baccarat, the card games that you're looking for. No slot machines either. So if you like slots, definitely not the place for you, which means it's the place for me because I do not like slot machines. I don't like the sound. But they got great food, friendly dealers, everything that you need. And the best part, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Got the weekend coming up. Try the brunch at Sammy's at 7 Mile. It's voted the best in the South County. Saturdays and Sundays only, though, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's at Sammy's. It's 7 Mile. They get the 24/7 players menu. It's great. Check it out today, 7 Mile Casino. Just 7 minutes from downtown.
Okay, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? This spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by SD Collectibles. Get ready, sports and Pokemon collectors. SD Collectibles Card Show is back at Liberty Station with over 100 vendor tables, November 22nd and 23rd. Find sports cards, Pokemon memorabilia, and more. Visit sdcollectibles.com for info. That's sdcollectibles.com.
Thank you for reading that at 9:40 when my kids aren't listening. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So in exchange, I do... Give me the non-graphic, just rundown, like outline of how a 900 call goes. I never did it. Like, is it a live? It's a live person.
It's like,
right?
give me specific instructions on how this works.
Live person.
It doesn't exist anymore, right?
No, I don't.
This is not a thing that is currently.
No, the internet exists.
Yeah, the internet exists now,
so
but like
shape.
back in the 1991,
right?
You were 15 years
maybe
old.
Probably like 16,
maybe
17. Yeah.
And you call.
Yeah, it was.
And then how does it start? Like, what is the?
It's a recording.
Starts as a recording.
It's literally like something like, "Hi, big boy. Like, who would you like to talk to?" And they gave you
a menu.
They gave my friend.
Right.
Yes.
Press 1
hey,
for
hey, Woodsy's friend. Press 1 for whatever.
Ashley.
Right.
Number 2. Going to give you a description of who you're going to be talking to?
From okay. my limited recall, it was like a description. And then you get somebody on the phone. Hi. Oh God. Oh, yes. Hi, my name's Bruce. Right?
And you don't give your real name?
No, I didn't give my real name. I was scared.
What, they're gonna track you down somewhere
yeah, he's just nervous.
I know it's a Steven somewhere out there.
Somewhere in
Steven.
Texas. And then you're 16 or whatever. You don't know what the hell you're doing or talking about. So you just kind of let her take the lead and you go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. 10 minutes max.
Does she give you instructions?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I think you choose your own fantasy if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tell her if my God. Oh.
I love the shoe being on the other foot every once in a while.
That's me probably like talking about a Padres win or something. Oh my God.
As most of mine are as well.
Oh my God, man. Put your pants back on. Just self-slurp the whole time. Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick right now. I'm sick. Oh my God. So Casey, I did this a billion times too. He says, I always wanted to call one as soon as she answers, just go, all good, I'm done. Like, oh, I thought I must have called 100 times, and you get the weird, awful, muffled music in the background with the "Hey, big boy," like something like that, and you just panic. Oh, you call for a second. You just call for a second. You're like, never mind, and you panic. I must have done that 5,000 times. Oh my God, man. It's different. It's different these days. You don't need to go to such extremes. But I'm not surprised that you did it. Didn't do it. B, you can't be surprised that I did. No. Oh, somebody says there used to be a big 900 operation here in San Diego. I mean, I would like to rabbit hole that.
I wonder if they were working from home, like they connected them, or if they were in a call center like somewhere.
Because I did telemarketing for a while, and we were all in. That would be weird.
Yeah.
Because I was in a call center in we all did telemarketing for money in high school, and it was like huge. You made like good money.
But back then, they didn't really have the ease of like forwarding calls and everything. So I don't know if they had to be in like some office somewhere.
Adam says no. There was a studio here in San Diego, so they would have you'd show up to work, clock in, you got your lunch next to you, and you're like, here we go, and you wait for creeps like me and.
But I'd imagine there's also you can be whoever you want to be at the at the end of your phone line as well.
Yeah, for sure. It's not my finer moments, man. That and like ordering the Girls Gone Wild DVDs on my mom's credit card, like all those things. I'm not proud of those things, and I know that I'm going to get paid back in spades by at least one of my children, least, who already bought an $80 app. He already purchased an $80 application on his iPad somehow, some way, figured out a way. So yeah, I know I'm going to get payback for all of the misdeeds that I had.
Thank you for your candor in this matter. It's appreciated by all the tier ones.
Not very comfortable.
All right, let's check traffic.
Confessions.
Yeah, like that's what it sounded like.
Phone confessions.
Adult confessions.
We will wrap things up.
Phone confessions.
Yeah. Are you the one confessing, or are they confessing?
Well, you can, like I said,
anyone can
pick your own experience.
Right.
Oh my God, man. That's me talking about Mason Miller throwing an immaculate inning, probably. Oh my God, man.
Actually, I know exactly what it was.
What was
I
it?
have it saved here. You were talking about the Oscars.
The Oscars. Makes no sense. The Oscars is very stuffy. It's very self-important. Oh my God, is it self-important? I really felt that. I felt that deeply. Watching these speeches going, oh my God, man. Put your pants back on. Right?
Up there
Just
pantsless.
Self-slurp the whole time. Well, it's tough.
All came from the same rant.
Yeah,
It was all
same
from
rant.
the same rant.
Yeah.
Man.
A little bit different in this context today.
Yeah, it is a little different, but similar. I think similar experiences.
All right, let's check traffic. We will wrap things up next here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Freeways are wrapping up on a pretty good note here, guys. Just a couple things I need to mention. One is this collision on the transition ramp West State to the southbound 125. Appears to be over the right shoulder, but watch out for a little debris reported in lanes. Also, H Street on-ramp to northbound 5, getting reports of a stalled truck. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Yeah, we could go back to Aztecs, or why not? We're already in a lighthearted move. Paulie, just, spin the topic wheel to finish us out here.
All right, let's do that. Question is, what is the biggest risk you've ever taken? Ben's like, I almost jaywalked one time. It was late. There was no cars around, but I ended up going to the crosswalk anyways.
He will say working with me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a risk taker. I'm risk averse.
Save that, Paul. He just looked at me immediately. I'm not a risk taker.
I feel bad when I'm stuck at a red light. There's no one there. Like, you can see for miles. And like I keep waiting for it to turn green, and finally after like 2 minutes, it's
You've
like,
done it?
Well, you have to at some point. Like, it's broken. It's not changing.
This
What do you do?
out here? I run it almost every day.
This morning was awful.
Yeah.
I almost did it, but I waited and I waited and I waited. And I felt dumber and dumber every second that I'm waiting. There's no one here. It's 5 a.m.
I'm a grown up.
This light is not turning. The other side's green in like for minutes and minutes. There's no one coming. This is ridiculous.
Biggest risk. So, I mean, doing illicit things, off the back of a dumpster at 3 o'clock in the morning in the, not a great part of town. It's a pretty big risk.
I once risked my entire career on a guy I had met for 1 hour at a bar.
One beer.
Yeah, dude. Probably the biggest risk I ever took.
Yeah, I mean, moving here to work in this this industry 15 years ago was a huge risk.
That was a huge
Cross-country.
Life risk that you took.
Big time. I'm so glad
to come out to California, change states.
Yep.
I was offered a job when I was like probably 23 or 4 and was looking to see if I could take the next step. And I remember I was offered $50,000 a year to go up and work at an LA sports station, kind of a new one that was in town. And I thought about it and I just thought, I just don't think it's right for me. It was a raise, but I felt like I wanted to be here in San Diego and I liked what I was doing. So I didn't take that risk. And I'm so glad I didn't.
I'm glad you didn't too.
Take that risk.
Going back to your hometown of Los Angeles to work.
Right.
Imagine though.
Birthplace.
Not
hometown.
That's true. Birthplace is different.
Yeah.
That's some information we got yesterday. You'll probably never live that down.
Paulie, risks?
Moving to San Diego.
Yeah.
I applied. I'd been to San Diego a couple times here and there. I was in high school, applied to San Diego State, got in, got waitlisted at the University of Washington, said, thanks for making that decision easy for me.
Very simple.
They don't want me. I don't want them.
That's right.
Going to the beach.
You don't know what you're missing in Paul Reindl.
I mean,
Washington Huskies.
Kind of crazy to like think back on it still, but my mom drove me to the airport. I had some stuff shipped down here.
Yep.
I had a box or some luggage and she dropped me off. I walked in, grabbed my boarding pass.
Never saw her again.
Never saw her again. No. Of course I have. But no, like I didn't know anybody down here. I had no family. Like I didn't know anybody and I just figured it out and got packed into my dorm. But that was a huge risk.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Massive.
I mean, he took on like $30,000 in student loan debt as an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's a
no
lot.
idea what you're going to do. Out of state tuition and all of that. That was a huge risk.
My son just moved up to Seattle, the opposite. Knows like 2 people up there.
That's
like,
a huge risk. Something you would never do, right? It's
no, but I'm very impressed.
I got to talk to him at the party the other night, and he was really excited about where he's at. We were talking about writing songs, and he's playing music and doing his thing. And yeah, it's cool. It was really cool.
You're a good dad to him.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God. Holy crap.
If you were on your deathbed and you said, take care of my kids, I would, right?
Yeah.
I would do it.
He'd
Holy
probably even
crap.
enjoy it.
He probably would.
You'd enjoy it. My kids are enjoyable.
And we could share about music and things of that nature, things that we have in common. You can't.
I don't have that experience or knowledge.
What a line.
I hope he knows that he can always reach out. Oh, that's fantastic. I almost just said the F word. That is fantastic, buddy. So listen, tomorrow, I'm a little nervous now. The reason I was nervous earlier, Paulie, because I'm out tomorrow. I'll be at Disneyland. Tomorrow is Taylor's 5th birthday, my baby.
Someone needed to do it to guarantee the Padres would finally hire a manager.
Yeah.
But the good news is, if it does happen, we will have Sammy Levitt joining us in studio. Either way. He's going to be here from 8 to 10 o'clock, which will be fun. We can talk off-season stuff with Sammy, which was, he was nice enough to come in.
Sammy's elite.
For us a couple weeks ago as well when we were off. So it'll be good to have Sammy with me and Paulie in studio tomorrow.
Yep.
Do you think it will happen tomorrow just because you're not here?
Yeah. My greatest fear is it happens at 10:05 today.
And then you have 2 days without being able to really fully react to it.
And the press conference will be tomorrow, which I will miss because I'll be at Disneyland with my 5-year-old on his 5th birthday. So, but yeah, crazy to believe, man. Both my kids, like born, raised on Benton Woods, in the whole mix of it all. But yeah, man, 5 years old tomorrow. Very excited. to celebrate Taylor at Disneyland. He is an absolute treat. He's the funniest kid. He is the performer of the group. No question about it. Full on last night, AC/DC TNT on his guitar, running around the house screaming, "It's power load TNT, watch me explode," screaming it at the top of his lungs. Load TNT. Yeah, just dynamite. So tomorrow he's going to be in his element. He was too short to ride the Matterhorn last time, and they give you a front of the line pass
for next time.
Time. So
has he grown enough?
First thing, he's
you've tested.
He's of height.
Got out the tape measure.
Yep,
he's of height.
That's of height.
It's a big trip. The first of height trip to Disneyland.
He's excited, dude. First trip will be the first ride will be the Matterhorn front of the line. So we'll be there at rope drop tomorrow.
All right, have a good day with your family.
I'll call you guys if something major.
The sports world will continue to exist on Friday when you're back. I promise you. That's it for us. For Paulie Reindl. For Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Join me, Paulie, and Sammy Levitt tomorrow. Braden's coming up next, though, here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.